and welcome to Ahmedabad for the second edition of the Indorama Ventures Open Golf Championship 2026. After 3 days of ups and downs, hits and misses, we are into round 4, and by the end of the day, we will have our champions. I have with me former Indian cricketer and avid golfer Nikhil Chopra, and with him, the man whose voice has called many great moments in Indian golf, Shaurya Singh, and PGTI CEO Amandeep Jhal. Welcome to the show, boys. Amandeep, what a fabulous event. This is a $300,000 event with some great mix of international players. Clearly, one of the top tournaments in our country.
Indeed, Valusha. Yes, it was supposed to be a joint sanction event with the Hotel Planner Tour. That's why we only have about 12 or 15 foreigners who have been able to come this week due to, as everybody knows, what's happening in the Middle East. But we were hoping that more could come. But at the last minute, the Hotel Planner Tour joint sanction was pulled out. Next week, we are going to have a bigger field. But yes, I think my Indian players are going to get a good chance, a good sort of a warm-up to play, because all of these players who have come from abroad are giving good competition to my players. And it's giving my players some confidence that they can compete with the best in the world. So it's working beautifully, run up to next week, and then the week after that is the Indian Open. So it's a great build-up, playing at a Kalhaar Blues and Greens International Golf Course. Next week they play in Classic, and then go on to play at the DLF Golf and Country Club for the Indian Open. So a perfect preparation, 3 weeks going in the next few weeks.
Perfect. All right, so now let's take a look at the weather today, boys. All right, so we have a high of 37. Currently at 31 degrees and feels like 35 degrees already. So Nikhil, based on the weather today, what do you think is going to be? What's the condition looking like? What's the course looking like?
Well, we shall put it this way, 30% humidity with a little bit of wind. Sun's baking down your backs as well. I don't think the players are going to mind it at all. I'll tell you a little story. I debuted for India, Gwalior, 50 degrees heat. We were playing a triangular series in Gwalior. It was India, Bangladesh, as well as Kenya. You know, when you're wearing your dream colors, for every athlete, if you get an opportunity to play for your country, you're donning that t-shirt, you don't feel 50 degrees heat. And same when the final day of this wonderful Indorama DP World PGTI tournament, some of the guys who are looking to get their hands on the silverware, I don't think the temperatures are going to make any sort of difference.
I totally agree with you there, but Nikhil, a word on this absolutely gorgeous, stunning. I mean, I'm out of words for this course here.
Oh, incredible. I think what Devang Shah has done here at the Kalhaar, have a look at the clubhouse. You know, just the thought process of beating the world standards of a golf resort, you may say so. Championship, 18-hole golf course. And by no means that this length of this golf course is short. You have a wonderful, wonderful 6,500 square feet gym, top-of-the-line equipment. You've got an indoor as well as an outdoor swimming pool as well. For some of the Indian golfers to come and spend a week here, hone their skills, I mean, you are missing out. If some of the guys don't know about this place, you guys are missing out. They have a terrific practice facility as well. You know, it's just a way forward for Indian golf. Like Aman Paji said, he's trying to create that platform where some of the Indian golfers are rubbing shoulder with some of the international golfers as well. You look at the golf course here. You come and play here on courses like this. You're actually getting ready to beat some of the golfers in international golf courses in their own backyard.
Absolutely. Amandeep, what does a tournament like this do for Indian golf?
See, one, the world ranking points. And like Nikhil said, we bring in talent from out of India. Let them compete with our Indian players. They get a chance of competing with the better players. You know, it's all about competition. It's all about your demeanor. It's all about feeling comfortable. I don't get intimidated. So when I play with some of these players and, you know, they've they've played on the PGA Tour, they played on the DP World Tour. So they play on that tour, and then my players don't start not getting intimidated and feel more confident that, you know what, I can compete with all these guys and I can play with the best in the world. So this is the tournaments like this do that for Indian players, and that's what I want. More international competition, better my Indian players become, and better their results when the bigger tournaments come in. The Indian Open, the DP World India Championship. You know, when they need to compete with the Rorys and the Tommy Fleetwoods and those players. I want my players to get ready for October. And that's what the plan is.
Absolutely. So let's take a look at the leaderboard right now. There's been a lot of ups and downs, hits and misses. Let's take a look at what it's looking like today. Shaurya, day 3, so many changes, so many ups and downs, so many hits and misses. What is the reason for this to pan out this way?
I'd have to say that first of all, our CEO, Joseph, what he's done this week is set up. It's a tricky setup. The rough is up. He's a lightning fast. Almost at 11 and a half. That's what you hear about when you play Augusta. It's slippery. It's long. You see the heat. It's hot. You know, we've seen that it's getting under the collar of some of the players. We've seen a few outbursts, a French outburst of anger as well. So it's getting all feisty there, but I must also say that this competition is bringing out the best in our boys. I'm very proud to see the way they're playing, especially our teenagers, you know. We don't even need to think about the experienced campaigners. We got nubile youngsters, 16 years of age, and they're almost leading the tournament. You have Dhruv Sharon, Veer Lawat, Saptak. I'm sure I'm going to miss a few names, but I'll try and remember the ones who were in the gym yesterday. So I think the competition is forcing them to lift the heavy metal. And I think it's anybody's tournament at this point in time, but, I'd like to talk a little bit about one of those famous stories. A Frenchman, an Austrian, and an Indian walk into a bar. So the Indian asks the Frenchman, "What are you famous for?" He says, "We've got the Grand Pyrenees." Then the Frenchman asks the Austrian, "What are you famous for?" "We've got the Alps." Then they ask the Indian, "What are you famous for?" He said, "We are famous for winning. And we've just won in Ahmedabad. We won the World Cup, and now we're here to win again." You got the top 5. So for them, it's going to be a Tour de France. But I see that the top 10 has 2 Frenchmen, an Austrian, and 7 Indians. So it's truly international at this point in time.
Absolutely, truly international. Well, speaking of which, let's take a look at match number 9 today. So we've got Manoj S, Karthik Singh, and Veer Lawat. Nikhil, if I were to ask you, which of these players excites you?
Well, you've got the exuberance of youth there with Karthik Singh. Then you've got 2 senior pros in the mix there. And match number 9, I think Karthik, with that sort of exuberance of youth, seen him play a little bit as well. He's somebody who goes out there and plays sport fearlessly. And sometimes in golf, you want that. I know there's a lot of course management, but sometimes it's like, if I can relate with cricket, see ball, hit ball. You know the areas that where the bunkers are, where you want to be placed. Try and declutter your mind, see ball, place, stand, and just play the shot that needs to be done. I guess for a 16-year-old, I think that's the best learning. The rest, I think somebody, we've got a CEO who's played the game for so long as well. Paji, course last day pin position इसलिए इतनी मुश्किल बनाई हुई है because you've been a player yourself.
I think again, like I need to prep these guys, for bigger competition. But going back to these youngsters, Manoj, Karthik Singh, 16 and 17.
Yeah.
And, they're competing with the top players, loads of talent. And Shubham Jaglan, another great talent who's come from America. I mean, this is my future. I am working for these guys to be playing and competing on the biggest tours. And that's what my dream is. If we could get a bunch of players like the South Africans, their bench strength is so much that they have a Sunshine Tour, but 24 players are playing either the DP World Tour or the PGA Tour. And that's the dream I have for the DP World PGTI.
And Bulusha, just let me take that question further with Shaurya as well as Aman Paji. But for a 16-year-old, 17-year-old, the mindset from some of the Indian golfers has changed. They all want length off the tee. There was a time in era, if I'm not wrong, about 2 decades ago, where some of the Indian golfers playing on the India tour, they might have not been too long. And that's why sometimes they didn't do as well as they would have liked on the European tour or the American tours because they didn't have length of the tee. But today you look at a Karthik, you look at a Manoj, it makes all the difference.
Right. Now, gentlemen, looking at match number 10, we've got Clement Sordet, we've got Arjun Prasad, and we've got Aryaman Aditya Mohan. So, Nikhil, Clement yesterday didn't really have a great day. Lots of ups and downs for him. What do you think his mindset is going into today?
Well, I guess, of course, the country that he comes from, the different sort of weather conditions will make all sorts of difference because all of a sudden when you're playing to, like you just mentioned, the weather update, 36, 37 degrees, if you had a couple of holes back to back, you all of a sudden start feeling the heat. I guess in terms of strategy and course management, I guess Shaurya is here. Shaurya, take it away.
I must say that the strategy for us as well was pretty intimidating. I spent the entire night trying to perfect these pronunciations. So, please do excuse me, Clement. So, that's something that I learned from the three of you. But I think strategy is just going to be good ball striking. You can't quite play around here with smoke and mirrors. You're not going to get away with weak strikes. And that's something that competition's done, that, Nikhil spoke about it. I saw the youngster Karthik in the gym yesterday. I was trying to remember the days of yore, and a 16-year-old is lifting weights. At that time, we were just thinking, how do we pass school, and bunk a class? But that's the difference. They're all hitting it longer, and they're taking it seriously because, thanks to the DP World Association, the PGTI has grown from strength to strength. And, of course, Indorama Ventures, what they've done for this game, this tournament, what a stupendous prize fund. We're talking about 2.8 CR Indian. Great event in Gujarat. It's putting this city, which is already on the world map, it's making it a golf center, and everybody is delivering in style.
All right. Now, here's taking a very close look at match number 11. Manu Gandas, Dhruv, we've got Saptak Talwar. Surely one of the matches to watch out for. Right, so we've taken a close look. Gentlemen, your predictions for today. Let's start with Amandeep.
It's you can't predict. I think this golf course will not allow you to predict. The bunch up will not allow you to predict. Experience, it doesn't matter. The back nine on this golf course is very tricky. 10 and 11 may not be pushovers. They're short holes, but not pushovers. You get to the par 5, 12, and then 13, and then 14, 15, 16. You can keep counting. You could make a 4-shot swing on the 18th itself. It is such a tricky green that you could have a wedge or a 9-iron coming in, but you could make a 3 or a 7. I've just seen so many experienced players. Chikka just made a double on 9. It can happen. A little bit here and there, so I don't think anybody can predict. So anybody in the top 10 can win, And sometimes, experience, or maybe somebody who doesn't have the baggage of bad thoughts may just come through. True. We could get a Manoj S or a Karthik Singh lifting the trophy this week.
There's only a 3-shot difference. If I may say so, Bhaji, drawing parallels from a T20 game with golf as well, the last day, last 6-7 holes, is like you're trying to predict a game in the last 5 overs of a T20 game. It can't happen. It's who's going to be Mr. Cool, Mr. Mahendra Singh Dhoni, the last 5-6 holes, keeps his cool, his calm, composure, thinks about his processes, maybe gets his hands on his silverware.
Yeah, absolutely. Shaurya, do you have a name for us?
I'd just say be like MSD, Captain Cool, but just don't hit those helicopter shots. Yeah. You don't want to be getting wet, although the water is a good place to be right now because it's so hot. It's very difficult to call, as Sir rightly said, and Nikhil as well. It's impossible, I'd say. But if I have to think of one name who I saw closely the last week in the league is Dhruv Sharon, because he hits a very flat, hard ball flight and hits it really far. And he's probably hitting it the furthest in the field, one of the longest. So if he can get it on song, the 16th, the par 5, the other par 5, I think the difference is going to be there. Who can capitalize on that par 5? So let's see. It's anybody's for the taking right now.
Well, thank you so much, gentlemen. That's all from us today. Throwing it back to the comm box to get the day started.
A very good morning to all our viewers. We welcome you to the final round coverage of the Indorama Ventures Open Golf Championship 2026. And what an exciting final day we've got lined up for you. We are now looking at match number 10 with Clément Saudet of France, Arjun Prasad in your frame, and Ariman Aditya Mohan. Arjun placing his ball there on the green. That's the 10th green. And just to give you an update, Saptak Talwar has opened up a lead over the front nine. He's 2 shots ahead, 2 under for the day, total 10 under through 8 holes. And there you go. Arjun Prasad has got that very crucial putt to make, and he's holed it. Birdie putt for him. There you see the birdie animation. Great job done by our graphics team. You can call that Kampa Wali Zid shot. And an aerial view of the clubhouse. Good morning, Rakesh. Welcome to the comm box.
Leaderboard, as you can see. Hello. Yeah, Saptak Talwar. He and Dhruv, they started the day at 8 under in the lead, and Dhruv was the first one to surge ahead. He made a move on the very first hole, birdieing it, and he led the field, and then he birdied again on the 5th. Which Saptak also did. So it was Dhruv 1, Saptak 2. But thereafter, it was Dhruv who birdied twice in succession, hole number 6 and 7 to trail, whereas Saptak added one more birdie. He picked up a shot on the 8th to open a 2-shot lead. So within the first 8 holes of the day, Dhruv actually led after the first hole. Now he's trailing by 2 shots. So there has been a 3-shot swing after the end of the first hole. So a lot has happened already. Karthik, the youngster, he has picked up 2 shots so far, and he's sharing the 3rd spot with a few. And there we are on hole number 12 at the moment. What a narrow miss. Vishesh will be doing that. I think he got almost everything right there. Just about the ball almost went, smelled the cup and just moved away. That was quite something, and it'll take him some time to get himself together, because I think he's thinking, how did he miss that?
Yes, that's right. Youngster Vishesh Sharma made his debut on the tour last year from Hyderabad, and now you have the man in the floppy hat all the way from Las Vegas, Jared Hack, winner of the season's first event. This is match number 8. And he's just missed it to the right, so a couple of misses there. This group, match number 8, consists of Vishesh Sharma, Jared Hack on your screens, and Christoph Blair from Austria. Jared all set to make his return putt now. Is the kind of floppy hat you would have seen a lot in cricket, Rakesh?
Yeah, and I think one of the early ones that I saw was none other than Sunil Gavaskar. When the world was wearing helmets and the normal caps, he was the only one seen like wearing it. And he was the one who used to wear a skull cap under a cap of this kind. There we are watching the tee box of hole number 11. This is a par 3, the shortest hole on this course. A little bit of backspin would have helped. It didn't come back enough. But it's still a good shot, just to be. There is a par putt for him. He would definitely do the first putt there. Another youngster who has a great future. The way he has displayed his potential so far, Aryaman. Nice capture by our cameraman there. He's left himself quite a bit, but he should be happy that he hasn't missed the green there.
That's right. We've seen match number 10 in action now on hole number 11. And a word on our sponsors, Indorama Ventures, the title sponsor for the event. It's an industry-leading global sustainable chemical company. Their diversified international businesses are integrated across the PET and specialty chemicals value chain. Indorama Ventures' footprint spans manufacturing operations in 32 countries across Asia, Pacific, Africa, Europe and the Americas. And here's a look at the leaderboard. Saptak Talwar leading at the moment. Second shot on hole number 12, and you see the tall and lanky Veer Elawat to the left of the frame. We've just panned right from there. And this is young teenager Karthik Singh. He's taken the DP World PGTI by storm this year with his impressive performances. It's hole number 12, the par 5, 527-yard long hole. Let's see what he can come up with. It's his second shot.
That's probably the best shot we have seen so far on this par 3, the 155-yard hole. This was... Yeah, the leader group has taken the turn, and just before the turn, it was Saptak who dropped a shot and saw his lead getting reduced by 1. He was leading by 2 after 10 under. Now he finds himself at -9.
So we are back in action with the leader group here. You see the beautiful clubhouse in the background, the newly constructed clubhouse, and here we are. Arjun Prasad lining it up for his really long birdie putt on the 11th. Before that, we saw Karthik Singh in action on the 12th. We'll soon be following up on that. That umbrella gives you a hint as to the weather conditions here in Ahmedabad. Let's see what Arjun can come up with. And looks good so far. Can he? Whoa! He's just missed the line. Little to the left. He'd fancy his chances there with the return putt. There you have it, Indorama Ventures, our title sponsor for the week. Its footprint spans manufacturing operations in 32 countries across Asia, Pacific, Africa, Europe, and the Americas. The wind is up, the flag is fluttering, and now we are back to match number 10. Clément Audet, the Frenchman, on your screen.
Aryaman, who just about managed to stay on the green on this par 3 11. That was quite a while. I mean, he just let it roll, and it just rolled just a wee bit more because it was a little up and down. And that should be an easy save there. And now we'll look at match number 11. This is the leaders group. And this is where we see Saptak and Dhruv, the two overnight leaders.
And some friendly banter there between Saptak and Dhruv. Saptak played some college golf in the United States a few years back before joining the PGTI. He also played a bit on the Hotel Planner Tour. And in the background you see Manu Gandas, another contender today, just walking past. He's got that energy par in his hand. Essential for a day like this. And here's Clément Audet on hole 11. He makes that birdie putt. He'll be happy with that. And what's Dhruv pulling out of his bag? Is that the yardage book? I think that's the yardage book. He's having a look at the yardage. Is caddy just giving him some advice? Oh.
So there you have Arjun completing his putt there. Thanks to the birdie on the 10th, he has moved to the joint second spot with -2 for the day after 11 holes.
And Dhruv had pulled out his phone. I think he was checking something. He wanted to check with the tournament officials. And the rangefinder is out for him, checking the yardage. Got a spot in the shade there. Showing you hole 10, the par 4. Beautiful view, aerial view of the golf course. You see that huge water body there with the fountains. And we are just about getting into the summer here in Gujarat. He could be in a spot of bother there, Dhruv. A tough lie. His second shot on the par 4 10th. A total of 8 under at the moment. One of the top contenders today. He was part of the team that won the 72 the league, Rajasthan Regals, last week in Delhi.
There he is, right next to the greenside bunker. A very signature style of Jack Nicklaus, who has designed this course, and he couldn't avoid that hazard. As you can see, the leaderboard at the moment, Saptak leads by 1. Arjun has joined Sharon in the second spot.
And Saptak finds the dancing floor on the green. You got that beautiful visual of the clubhouse once again, clearly establishing our host venue for this week. And here's the third player in the leader group. He'll be hitting his approach shot soon. Manu Gandas at 7 under. Pretty zen-like. A man of few words. A man of action, one can say. 9-time winner on the DP World PGTI. He's been a judo black belt, and he's a very good swimmer, I believe. And he's found the green too. He's probably a little closer to the pin than Saptak. So the leader group in action there on the 10th. 1 short of the green. And you see the tournament director in the background, Mr. Sampath Chari. The seasoned Mr. Chari has officiated in close to 900 matches now.
Manu, he's been a former winner of the Order of Merit. You can have a look at his wins there. 9 wins as a pro, and his home course happens to be the exquisite DLF Golf and Country Club, arguably the most sought-after club. And now, of course, we have a lot more properties who are absolutely world-class. And where we are at the moment, the Indorama Ventures Open, where it's being hosted, the Kalhaar greens and blues. It's absolutely gorgeous. And there you see Manu Gandas planning his next shot already. Manu so far has had a par round. He picked up a shot on the 5th, which is a par 5, but immediately dropped a shot, and thereafter he has parred the next 3. So he's still looking for his second birdie of the day and the first gain too.
And there's a look at Dhruv Shoran's profile. 31 years of age, 3 pro wins, turned pro in 2018. Home course, DLF Golf and Country Club, just like Manu Gandas. He's won 1 title on the DP World PGTI and 2 on the PGTI Next Gen. In fact, as soon as he turned pro, in his very first appearance, he won on the Next Gen and followed that up with another victory on the Next Gen. So back-to-back wins immediately after turning pro. He won his first 2 tournaments as a professional, quite a record. Then he went on to win in Chennai on the DP World PGTI. So 3 wins in all, and a winner with the Rajasthan Regals last week at 72 the league. And that's not a bad shot from the bunker, gives himself a chance to make that birdie. Sorry, not birdie, to make par, to save par there. This is a par 4. The 10th hole, 437 yards. And Saptak Talwar, the leader now on your screen. 9 under. Birdie putt coming up for him. Remember, he found the green in 2. Taking his time on that putt, Saptak. And he'll be looking to walk away with a par on the 10th to maintain his advantage. And joining us in the commentary box now is Shaurya Singh. It'll be Shaurya and Rakesh from here on.
That's Manu for you, lining up his putt. Just ran over the pin there, leaving himself with almost a given putt, and there he cleans it up. Manu is currently sharing the 5th spot with 2 others at 7 under for the tournament. He's had a quiet start on the final day. Just 1 birdie and a bogey to show after 10 holes.
Thank you, Nikhil. And now myself and Rakesh taking things ahead. Mr. Rakesh, how's it been today? I think our players are playing really well. I've been most impressed, especially by the youngsters and the man on our screens. Now this is a pivotal putt for him. We saw that tee shot veer off a little left, and I'd say that he doesn't want to be giving up a shot and getting 2 shots behind at this point in time with only 8 holes to go. And that is an unfortunate bogey for Dhruv. So he would move to 7 under par, and that's a little bit of daylight between himself and playing partner Saptak. Karthik Singh, the youngster. Arjun Prasad alongside Dhruv Sharon. Christoph Blair, the Austrian, making birdies on 11 and 12. Getting to 7 under par. Clemens Audet, 7 under par. Manu Kandas, Veer Alawat. A wealth of talent here at the Indorama Ventures Open Golf Championship 2026. Saptak now should be able to make this comfortably. Sure enough, makes that. Just having a look at the pin positions today on the back nine. The 10th, as we saw just right now on the front. The 11th is going to be a little more interesting. 7 from the front and 15 from the right. I'd say a lot easier than yesterday, so expect to see a lot more birdies here, and I think that's already been the case with the 11th yielding quite a few birdies and only a few blemishes. Out on the golf course, the best score currently is Kshitij Navit with 5 under that he has going on. Amardeep Malik as well, 4 under par. But not too many red numbers when we compare it to yesterday, the final day. A little more difficult. In our conversation early on in the morning with the CEO, he said that yes, we are trying to make things a little more difficult so as to ensure that it's not going to be a race to the bottom or somebody capitulating and the other winning. You'll have to actually go out and win this tournament. And somebody who's primed to do that is Manu Gandas. Was playing brilliantly yesterday with 7 under with a few holes remaining. Unfortunately ended up with 5 under par round yesterday did Manu Gandas. But on a track like this, anything in red numbers is good. Currently even par. Something put him off there. You can see Dhruv still a little remiss about that bogey on the previous hole. And another thing you'd notice is a lot of players wearing those hand sleeves. The sun is indeed oppressive. So this is to stave off that burn that you feel in such sort of inclement weather. Back to Manu. Should be a 9-iron here. Comfortable 9-iron for Manu Gandas, who has the ability of working the ball both ways. And I'd say that is not his Sunday best. This is a brilliant pin position, though, I must say. Looks fairly welcoming, but if you attack it and miss it on the left-hand side, you can find yourself in a spot of bother. Now we have young Aryaman on hole number 12. This day, Sunday, not really going his way. He's 3 over par and finds himself in a spot of bother as well. Saptak on hole number 11. Would have learned a thing or two from Manu's shot. Rakesh, I know it's still early days, but have you picked a front runner? Who do you think is primed to win this tournament? We still have 8 holes to go. Now this shot is ideal draw shot. Just started maybe 5-7 yards right. You don't want to get down on that spine as Manu did. Par becomes difficult from there, and indeed he's made the same mistake, but the only advantage being that he'll be able to go to school on Manu's part. And believe you me, those are not easy pars from there. It's going to be difficult 2 putts for both these players. Aryaman. And that's a really nice shot there by Aryaman. Dhruv Sharon. He's the 3rd one in this group. He's dropped a shot on the previous hole. Let's see if he can go one better here. Maybe make a birdie. Seems like that ball has started to the right. Maybe he's learned from the others' mistakes. And indeed he has, but generated a lot of spin. As I was alluding to earlier, he's really hitting the ball far. And one of the things that happens is...
Here you have the leaders group. I think Saptak there was on the extreme right. There he gets his birdie. A nice roll there. And we should be able to see a challenge at the top as Shaurya had asked me just a wee bit earlier. My pick, it's like Karthik has made his move after picking up 3 shots over 5 holes. And he has now moved to the joint second spot, sharing the second spot with Arjun. And Saptak still holding on. And there you have Arjun trying to get this in to join Saptak at the top of the leaderboard. He's got 2 birdies over the last 4 holes, so he'll be looking to add 1 more. Just misses it, misreads the line there. This was definitely a makeable one. Missed it just a wee bit there, and there he cleans it up for a par, a disappointing par there for sure. He knew that he had it. He had a huge opportunity.
This is indeed going to be trying for both these players, but Saptak will have the advantage. While we have a look at these putts, I also want to talk about Indorama Ventures. The title sponsor for the event is an industry-leading global sustainable chemical company. Their diversified international businesses are integrated across the PET and specialty chemicals value chain. Indorama Ventures' footprint spans manufacturing operations in 32 countries across Asia Pacific, Africa, Europe, and the Americas. So, a global giant, and they are the reason this tournament is happening. Historic tournament. Prize fund worth 2.7 CR, one of the biggest ever on the DP World Professional Golf Tour of India and the biggest in this state. Back to Manu Gandas. A toe-tier putt. We'll need to ensure that he hits it hard enough. The tendency is here to leave it short for a lot of the players. And that was a really nice putt, but as I was saying earlier, that it's not quite a certainty. You still have to really earn your par from that side of the green. Brilliant pin position. It's inviting yet dangerous. He has that 6.5, 7 footer coming back for his 3. So it's not always the length of the hole, it's also pin position and the other intricacies that can make a hole difficult.
And the speed of the green here, different players reading it in their own way, and some leave it short, some prefer to leave it short rather than go past it. And there's Dhruv Sharon looking for a birdie there. He needs them. He really has fallen off the boil there. He needs to stay up there. The overnight joint leader.
Now this, again, opting to go with the putter, I think that's the prudent choice. This is fairly makeable if you were to just get the speed right. It's about 16 feet. Not too much of the fringe to contend with. That is looking good. That is looking good. And he's done a good job with that. Unfortunately, not quite finding the bottom of the cup. He's going the wrong way, though. He's dropped a few shots as Dhruv. 3 shots over the last 5 holes. And he needs to stop leaking oil at this point in time if he's to win this tournament. This is a big one with a lot of world ranking points, a lot of prize money. Such big tournaments coming up this year. We have an absolutely jam-packed schedule coming up for the players. Next week they play the DP World PGTI Open 2026 with the Hotel Planner Tour at Classic in Gurugram. Saptak maybe with a right in line for this. He's been really rock solid with these putts. And the week after that, we of course have the big one in March, the Hero Indian Open 2026. That is the event worth $2.55 million. Defending champion Eugenio Chacarra. And in April, you have the Andhra Open, Boulders Classic, and the DP World PGTI Players Championship. It's quite a few events coming up. A lot to play for. The action comes really fast here at the DP World PGTI Tour. Manu Gandas. Left in should do it. Stellar, both of them making par from there. It shows you that they dialed in both on the long and the short game. In fact, I saw Manu Gandas yesterday at the gym in the evening, so you know that these players are putting the hard yards. And of course, so is that Pelican, if I'm not wrong.
I am chemistry. I am indispensable in your life. Indorama Ventures, producing indispensable chemistry that touches billions of lives every day.
Delivering golf anywhere you can imagine. That's smart logistics to a T.
I'm sorry, sir. My mistake.
पर हम भी जिद्दी है। मुश्किल खड़ी है, खोले सीना, सामने चट्टान है, मेरी जिद का बोले पसीना, चट्टानों के अंदर आसमान है, जिद क्या पावाली, जिद क्या पावाली, जिद क्या पावाली, जिद.
Hope for the leader group to gain a shot here.
Yeah, Cullen really has that firepower. You saw him with that stellar round yesterday. He's unfortunately right at the end he dropped quite a few shots, but he was 7 under at one point in time, so don't count him out just as yet. Now we have Manu on this par 5, which is a definite birdie hole for the field. There are a few holes here that can actually make a birdie right from the tee, and this is probably one of them. I'd say get it in the fairway. And with the length these players are hitting it, you can see the wind is on the players, coming from the players behind, and that's going to aid them in hitting the ball further. Right to left wind. So the whole play short is 527 yards. So fairly comfortable for these players. All of them hit the ball well beyond 300. And this is a mouth-watering prospect. Dhruv Sharon with the big stick. He's been really unleashing on these drives. A lot of horsepower in that swing. I suspect if he cracks this one, he can maybe even get a 7-iron to the green. He's really long. He likes it. He's looking on a little pensively. Wants to hit the fairway so he then can attack this flag, which is 14 on and 6 from the left. The greens are at 11.2. As I said earlier, this is Augusta territory. Really slick greens here. Large, expansive water bodies. An absolute masterpiece, this golf course. I would really implore anyone who loves the game of golf or just nature, as we have a look at the top 10 scores. Saptak leading the way. 9 under par after 11 holes. Clement Sordet not letting up. The French mounting a challenge. He's at 8 under par alongside Karthik Singh and Arjun Prasad. Manu Gandas, Dhruv Sharon, Christoph Blair, the Austrian, Veer Alawat, and Pierre Pinot, who is having a better day today. He's 1 under par. Had an underwhelming 1 over par yesterday, so he wants to make amends as well. And of course, Jared Hack. He's a regular on the leaderboard.
There you see the leaders group moving on the fairway there to on the par 5 12th. Now, interestingly, so far, Saptak, who leads the field, has birdied both the par 5s today, and this is the third one, and he'll be looking to make a hat trick on the par 5s, just as second place Karthik Singh did. One of the reasons why he's up there with a score of 3 under for the day is because he has had a hat trick of birdies on the par 5s that he's been to. And there you see Clement has quietly moved to the joint second spot, making it a three-way tie after his second successive birdie, which came on the par 5 12th. So a lot of birdies for those who have just played the par 5 12th. So Saptak should be licking his lips in anticipation, and should he get it, he'll open a 2-shot lead one more time.
Wonderful graphics right there with the leader group. Now this is really pivotal, all things considered. And as I was talking about the distance of the tee, just have a look where Dhruv Sharon is. You might think that your eyes are doing a trick on you, but they're not. This is actually going to be his second shot on a 530-yard par 5. He's really been belting it. And mind you, Manu Gandas also flies the driver good 300 yards. He's really long as well, so gives you a good idea how far young man's hitting it. And Saptak right there with him, so these youngsters now can really golf their ball. Ideal location, maybe looking at 185 yards to the flag for Manu Gandas, maybe a 6-iron. Let's see how he does on this one. And Michigan on the right hand side, we've seen that from there players have made their up and downs, but considering his high standards, I'm certain that he'll not be too happy with that one, especially with the fact that the hole is playing downwind, only coming in with a short iron. Now this, lucky for him, the ball is sitting up. He might have about 175 yards to this with the ball sitting up, which tends to carry a little longer jumper. I won't be surprised if he's going here with an 8-iron. I'll probably like to start it at the right edge of the green and make it work from right to left. Let's see how he does on this one. Oh, just maybe half a club shy. Really good golf shot though by Saptak. But the flag being pretty close to where he is, so he's still in good shape. Now this is, of course, you couldn't have placed it better than this. Dhruv Sharon. You can see from the loft on that club that he's going with a really short club. The longest off the tee, Dhruv Sharon. Also gripping down a little bit. You can see the butt end of the club, maybe about 1.5 inches down. So my take is that probably going with a 3/4 9-iron here, trying to control it. It's really given it a lot of air time here. Oh, that is really out of character for him here, given his prodigious ball striking. That almost seems like a self-goal, doesn't it, Rakesh, right there?
Absolutely. One had to be very careful with the second shot here, because this par 5 12th, which is 527 yards. And as we see the replay of that shot where he misses the green and just goes into the water, there appears to be the one that it has, he'll either He'll have to take a drop. It'll be difficult for him to take a shot there. We really don't know where the ball has landed, but seems like he has found the water hazard there. So as I was talking about this particular green, why all three players have missed it, it's mainly because if they really intended to go and be on the green in two, they had to account for the beach bunkers and the sand traps which guard the fairway close to the green, and the approach to the green is also marked by the fact that it's well guarded by the bunkers. And given the speed of the greens here, it's always suggested that one keeps into account the soft approach so that the ball at least stops closer to the pin. But what is more important is if you find the pitching area, if you don't pitch it right, these greens in this particular hole is unforgiving, as we just saw.
I think the only silver lining to that dark cloud for Dhruv is that he was able to fly it over the hazard and pitch it just off the green. So his drop would be adjacent to the green and he won't have to go back all the way. So that will give him an opportunity that he can still make par with an up and down. But I'm pretty certain that he'll be doing that miss. From there where he was, maybe if he'd played it further right, you can see that there is a lot of considerable slope towards the flag. You just pitch it anywhere on the right of the green and that would have worked its way back near the flag. So from here, he really needs to ensure that doesn't drop a shot, because 3 shots back with 6 holes to go is not quite a bridge too far, but he's just leaving a lot on the plate there. Saptak now. Looks like he's opting to go with the lofted approach. That is not his Sunday best for Saptak, and 2 of these players have, dare I say, made a little bit of a meal of their good drives. Saptak with that chip that came up short, and Dhruv not. Seems that all things considered, Manu's approach seems to be the one that turned out the best. Let's see if he can capitalize on that. Really going after that with the high shot, and he too has been undone on this approach. So I'd say all 3 players have not quite done justice after their tee shots. There were 3 beautiful tee shots by the trio. Now Dhruv obviously trying to figure out where the ball entered from. I think he's exactly at the right place where it pitched. And what will happen here is that he'll have to mark a spot and drop the ball 2 times. He'll also have the caddy there as a little bit of a catcher, if you may, because the ball will pitch and tend to roll back into the hazard. And after it does that little shimmy twice, he can place the ball. So that is a good thing for him. You want to make sure that you want to have good hands, don't want to be missing that and the ball going in the drink. So 2 drops and now he can place it. The good thing, it's an uphill sort of a lie, and the fact that he's looking on pensively, because very difficult for the ball to stay on this kind of a grass, especially with the slope which is so pronounced. And if he were to ground his club after this and the ball rolls back, it's already in play. So it's not the most comfortable situation to be in, but I'd say that the fact that he's been able to place it is a good point.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, and I just wanted to add one point here. The 12th hole on this day, if you just look at the leaderboard, the first 32 players haven't dropped a shot here all day today. So, and the leader group, we see that they're struggling, and we could well see a dropped shot, and that too by the leader group.
Yes, exactly. While the leader group is having their struggles on hole number 12, the others have really capitalized on this one. Dhruv now with that needs to sit down, needs to settle down, and that's not the easiest part either. Downhill, 7 feet, left to right. And And 7.5 feet for par is not where he would have wanted to be after that stellar drive. So needs to ensure that he makes that. Now this putt for Saptak has a lot of line and a break. He's going to have to aim almost about 3.5 feet outside right. Greens are rolling at 11.2. In fact, with the sun out in second half, they actually would be closer to 11.4, 11.5 because the sun has that baking effect and the greens tend to speed up. It's going to be really quick from here on in, and downhill as well. Now you'll see it gathering speed. And he almost had it. It's almost a game of chess at this point in time after that drive. And I would have actually put my money and said that 2 players make birdie and 1 eagles it, to be honest, after where they were with their drives.
Yeah, sure, yeah. But this was a brilliant attempt. I thought he read the line and the slope so well. Just missed it by a whisker there. And that could well be his first drop shot.
And now Manu Gandas with his birdie attempt. I'd say this birdie putt is a lot easier than the one that Saptak faced, because that was downhill. This is uphill. And right towards the end, it breaks a little to his left. I'd actually look for him to make this one. It's really good from this range of about 12 to 15 feet. Is Manu. It's looking good. It's looking good. And that's an absolute beauty by Manu Gandas. Capitalizing on that drive, making a birdie. And I'd say that's a brilliant putt as well. You know, he makes them look easy. The thing to notice is the speed at which they fall in. Very consistent, always similar. So he's got it all dialed in. And I think he's covered all bases. The gym last evening to get the drives going. And of course, some practice on the greens to get those putts training. So he would move to 8 under par in for a tie for second place alongside young Karthik Singh. Christophe Blair, third position. Saptak Talwar still leading. And Arjun Prasad at 7 under par. Dhruv Sharon would need this putt if he is to remain in tied 4th position. It's a difficult putt. I'd say if, although it's almost half the distance that Manu faced, it's a lot more difficult than the one that Manu had. So it really need to be struck well if it is to stay the course. Really need this one. And that can happen. That was a really good putt though, but that is just really unfortunate that he missed the chip on this side. If he had an uphill putt, he would have made it. And you can see now here, the body language is reflective of what he's feeling. He'll almost feel like he's lost 2 shots after that drive, if not 3. Any day he hits a 9-iron to about 20 feet from there. But that's just the way the game is. He has to keep his chin up and get on with it on the last 6 holes. He can still win the tournament. Saptak Talwar to remain in solo lead as this 2.5 footer.
So there he makes it with ease, stays there. And what we saw a little while ago was Karthik missing that shot. Imagine he led the field after the first hole today, and thereafter he had another birdie on the 5th, but thereafter it has been just pars and bogeys, and the one which we saw on the last hole was his 4th bogey of the day.
Now here at hole number 18, jumping ahead at warp speed to get you to the final hole, where the flag is 17 from right. My apologies, 17 from the front and 4 from the right. So this is a tight pin position as well. You want to go at this flag, you best aim at the water and try and draw it back. And if you don't, then you bring out the scuba gear. That would unfortunately be missed. An aerial view of this proverbial oasis. An absolute beauty, this golf course and this setup. Kalhaar Blues and Greens Golf Club, aptly named Blues and Greens. Really is a wonder. I say if you can't play, this is probably the second best thing that we can do is have a look at the live action. What a beautiful setup they have here. Look at some of the high points of the day. Hole number 11 with that backspin. Arjun Prasad. That's a really good putt right there. The putt of Clement Saudet on 11th, and this hole number 13. Dhruv Sharon earlier in the day. Really athletic setup. Having a beautiful shot out of the bunker. Saptak Talwar. Manu, who we just saw make a birdie. Very zen-like demeanor. The Indorama Ventures Open Golf Championship 2026 has brought the best players from the country and the world to Kalhaar Blues and Greens, and they vie to be the top dog at this event, which offers a whopping prize fund of 2.7 CR, 300,000 euros. That's a lot of money to play for. But if you want to get that money, you gotta earn it. That was the last birdie by Manu on the 12th. That was Dhruv, who's had a bit of a struggle after those two birdies on the first few holes. This was a fairly good recovery, but couldn't find the par putt from there. That is Saptak. See how well the ball rolls. Just about smells the hole and stops just a wee bit after that. That's Manu for you. This is the one that we saw from a different angle. Karthik missing his par putt there. That's the leader for you, Saptak. It's probably one of the best finishing holes that you'll ever see in golf. You often think of the major championships and so on and so forth. I think this tournament is just going to grow in stature. This week we have so many internationals, and this is definitely going to make all the right noise, this tournament. And having a hole like this and a setup like this, it's unforgettable. I know from personal experience, and then knowing my friends who are playing, they're really reveling in this. This is an opportunity that is gilt-edged, of course, in terms of the prize money, but also just as a pure golf course and the experience, it's really top-notch. The internationals are loving it. They say that this is a sort of setup that is so fair, extremely trying, and rewards good play, and of course penalizes errant shots. I want to talk a little bit about our tour partners. DP World. DP World is reshaping the future of global trade to improve lives everywhere, operating across 6 continents with a team of over 125,000 employees. They combine global infrastructure and local expertise to deliver seamless supply chain solutions from ports and terminals to marine services, logistics and technology. They leverage innovation to create better ways to trade, minimizing disruptions from the factory floor to the customer's door. Our global sports partnerships in golf, cricket, Formula One and sailing showcase their leadership in supply chain transformation, from deliver Sail GP to supporting ICC T20 World Cup, Ryder Cup. DP World simplifies logistics, drives performance and changes what's possible. There's so much possible at this point in time. Everything to play for here in the heart of Gujarat. Saptak Talwar leading the tournament alongside Christoph Blair. Having a look at Shaurya Bhattacharya here at hole number 18. The extremely talented Shaurya Bhattacharya playing alongside Christopher Ram and Per Langfors. This putt should break a little bit from his right towards the end. I think he's got it. Oh, just about shaving the hole, and he leaves himself with a little bit of work. Shaurya Bhattacharya currently at 3 under for the tournament, so a decent week for him. He's 1 under for the day. Not taking any time on this putt. Shows you that he's really confident with the short stick. Well done. So good week for the young lad.
झूलता उछलता है, दौड़ता कभी कभी दौड़ कर आता है, आगे आगे बढ़ता है इंडिया, अमूल दूध पीता है इंडिया।
I am chemistry. I am indispensable in your life. Indorama Ventures, producing indispensable chemistry that touches billions of lives every day.
Delivering golf anywhere you can imagine. That's smart logistics to a T.
Brijesh Kumar here at hole number 18. His perfect position from the fairway. Brijesh, as he left that a little right, he's looking on a little pensively, and the caddy is also gesticulating for it to move left. We'll soon find out where that has ended up for him. Cullen playing
at DP World PGTI. We don't just host tournaments, we build a world-class platform for Indian and international golfing excellence. We bring together emerging talent and global champions, backed by strong partnerships with leading corporations, iconic venues, and support from national sporting bodies and government associations. Our ecosystem is built on credibility, scale, and influence. With extensive live broadcast coverage and growing digital reach, we curated experiences, exclusive gatherings, and unforgettable moments that foster community both on and off the course. DP World PGTI, where champions are made.
DP World Professional Golf Tour of India, where champions are made. And this week, another champion is going to be crowned. I think it's safe to say it's going to be baptism by fire. The heat is on in terms of birdies and also the weather. And somebody who's really coming in hot is Christoph Blair, the Austrian, on the back nine. He saved the best for last, as they say. The tournament doesn't start till the back nine on Sunday. And Christoph has come to the party. Set 8 front 9, but on the back 9 he's lit the golf course on fire with birdies on 11, 12, 14, 15. He has set the cat amongst the pigeons. Saptak Talwar also leading the tournament. Karthik, the youngster, the precocious youngster, only 16 years of age, and at half his age, 8 under par. Manu Gandas as well, 8 under par. Veer Lawat, 7 under par. Clement Sordet, the Frenchman, at 7 under par. Alongside Arjun Prasad, who also visited the gymnasium yesterday, and seems like the time in the weight room is helping him belt those monstrous drives which are required on this setup. This is not for pea shooters, this golf course. You really need to get it out there. And talking about getting it out there, I've been joined by cricketing icon Mr. Nikhil Chopra. He used to spin it almost 90 degrees on the pitch, but you don't want to be doing it on this golf course. You need to keep it straight. I think in spinning terminology, if I can say, you need to be an Anil Kumble here, spin it less and make it bounce. But if you spin it too much, you'll go in the hazards.
Thank you so much, Shaurya. But I'll tell you what, in cricket you got that mantra, spin it to win it. But I guess for the ball to hold on these greens, you need to still spin it with the wedge.
Absolutely. So it's all about spin here. And who's going to spin a tail of victory? Currently it looks like the Austrian is really in a hurry to get that trophy. He's doing all the right things. 4 under on this very trying back nine. It's probably the lowest back nine that we've seen of all the players today. And Kalin Joshi, the prodigious Kalin Joshi, a winner on the Asian Tour at the event at the Delhi Golf Club. And a stellar ball striker. Really brings in the heat, does Kalin Joshi. And a very assertive putter at that. So you'll see on days that, when he goes low, he can shoot really good numbers. And that's a decent putt, but still has some work to do. The weather, it only gets hotter, Nikhil.
But the good thing is we've got that sort of little breeze, that current 34 degrees, that feels like 38. Humidity is down to 25%, so it won't hurt you as much if the humidity was really high. As an athlete, I can tell you, a lot of players wouldn't mind the drier heat, but when it gets humid, then it gets a little more energy sapping because you're losing fluids as well. But I'm sure all these golfers out there, true athletes, professional athletes, they would have got their fluids not on the day, but 24 hours, 48 hours. Keep the hydration up. It makes a world of a difference. You don't want to be making mistakes, and especially the last day, that with any sort of tiredness or fatigue. Brajesh looking for that birdie putt. Yeah, what a fantastic course this is. Breathtaking, Shaurya. I mean, I'm sure with all our Indian golfers and also the overseas golfers, they're enjoying every moment of this golf course and of course this last day terrific tournament.
Brijesh there with, I think he's given that a little bit too much respect on his birdie putt. It can look a little intimidating putting into the water, so you feel the grass is going to grow that way, and greens are slick, as I said, 11.2, but probably playing almost closer to 11.5 at this point in time owing to the heat. And talking about heat and electrolytes and trying to replenish, I'd like to talk about the umbrella partner, Amrutanjan Electro Plus tour partner, my apologies. Amrutanjan Healthcare Limited is a 127-year-old company with a rich legacy, known for its iconic brand Amrutanjan Pain Balm. So I'd say use a little bit of Pain Balm and then have the Amrutanjan Electro Plus as well. I'd like to now bring in the man who makes it all happen. A very accomplished golfer, and now taking the tour to greater heights, Mr. Amandeep Jol.
Abhinav Lohan, 1 under, would want to move to 2 under. Important birdie putt for him. Last day of a tournament, money country. He was looking to play for that break. Slow down. The downhill very nearly going into the water. That's the kind of pace of the greens that we've seen here at the Kalhaar. Amandeep Paji joins me. Amandeep Paji, outstanding facility, golfing facility here at Kalhaar.
Indeed. And today, Nikhil, they've got the green speed at 11.2 on the stemp. I told the green superintendent, I said, keep it 10.5 and 11. But I think he wants to see the pros show off their skills on the last day. And, it'll separate the men from the boys.
The beauty about this golf course, Aman Paji, is also the pace of the greens. I love the undulations on the green. It gets you to think about the downhill parts, the uphill parts, and say 150 yards, 170 yards, what side of the green, which slope you're going to be taking for the ball to get closer to the hole. So it gets you to be on top of your game.
Absolutely. I think best designer in the world, Nicholas Design. I think Devangsha brought in the best to do every bit of this golf course. I think he didn't leave any stone unturned. So as far as the design is concerned, it's top class. The condition is top class, and they call it Kalhaar Blues and Greens. Enough water, enough bunkers, very strategically placed bunkers. So it's a great test. So the person who's going to come out on top, whether it's Saptak or it's Christoph, or it's Karthik or Veer, it's all open as of now, and the game is going to be decided in the last few holes. We are on to the 15th already, and they're playing on the 16th hole. This is where it's going to all show who can hold their nerves. Let's go back to Abhinav, who's going to try to save his par after that treacherous downhill. Beautifully done, beautifully done. It was so important to get the pace as well as the line right. It was so important to get the pace and the line right. And when the ball left his putter, he almost felt that he's left it a little softer than he actually wanted it. So it barely just kind of went in. Let's have a look at the replay of that after Kalan Joshi plays his putt.
Yeah, it's one of those tentative things. Have a look at what Aman Paji is saying. What's the reaction there?
Exactly. So happy. You hit the green, and then if you walk away with a bogey, you feel like terrible for a professional.
Especially when you're only about 12 feet away from the hole when he was a downhill putt and you don't want to be three putting from there.
Absolutely. A great putt by Brijesh. He was the first round leader. Very good player, very good talent. I just think he needs to build on his confidence to be able to say that, listen, I am good enough to play at the best level, to compete with the Abhinav Lohan and the Kalin Joshi. So very good to have Brijesh Kumar come up. He's had 3 bogeys, unfortunately. But the good part is he's had 3 birdies as well in his round. So a little unfortunate in the yesterday's round, but he led the first day. Not led. I think he shot a good number, 68, 69, 76. And he's ended up with a 4 under par. Beautiful views from the top. Similar putt as Abhinav Lohan for Kalin. Look how far right he's standing. So it's a pace and a line putt. If you hit it too hard, see, he left it too weak.
That would hurt. We saw that gesture from Abhinav Lohan, just squeezing it in, and unfortunately for Kalin, misses that par putt. Like Aman Paji said, for these breaking putts, the line, the pace, has got to be that perfect marriage for the ball to get into the center cup.
So important. You saw how Kalin was disgusted. That putt is going to haunt him for the next few hours or probably a few days. That's the nature of this game. If you walk away with the birdie, you enjoy your flight back to the next location. But if you've had a bogey to end the tournament, it's not the happy one. This is Jared Hack. His second on 18. Beg your pardon, that's 17. This is a very unique green, Nikhil. It's into 2 parts, with a ribbon right in the middle. So the left side slopes to the left and the right side slopes to the right. So it's very unique. So you need to be in the right side of the green on 17. Lovely views, great real estate project. I was talking to Mr. Devangsha, and just earlier when we were going around the magnificent, stupendous, all the adjectives you can use about the clubhouse here at Kalhaar Blues and Greens. The real estate project, and during the COVID times is when golf real estate actually went through a boom. And, people who were looking at, because this is the only game where you can actually play, socialize, and keep your space with each other. So COVID really had a great boom or a positive thing to play for golf. The 17th is quite a tricky hole. I mean, you ideally want to be on the left side of the fairway. And then your second shot becomes easier. It's nice to be doing commentary. I used to do commentary way back in the Star Sports days with Brian Langley and way back, God bless his soul. He was a great commentator. When I used to miss the cut on the Asian Tour, I used to get a little bit of pocket money and go and spend a couple of hours in the comm box with. I've done it with VJ Amritraj as well, in those good old days. So nice to be back in the comm box, from the greens to the behind the camera.
Yeah, it's that passion, of course, your first love, and if you're sports enthusiast, then you love talking about the sport as well, to try and give the intricate details. Have a look at that. What a move by Clement Sorde. 9 under, 4 under for today. Saptak Talwar, 9. Oh, this is going to go down to the wire. 3 guys leading 9 under. Would we have a playoff? That would be awesome.
It is going to be. I think it's so nice. Saptak, has been playing on the Hotel Planet Tour, which is the Challenge Tour, European Tour, for the entire last year. And Clement and Christophe, obviously regulars on the Challenge Tour. So he has played, he has competed with them. So you can see, top three, two Hotel Planet Tour regulars and then Saptak as well. But Karthik Singh, let me tell you, he's right up there. 3 holes to play and at 8 under, anything can happen. So he could put in maybe a birdie or so, or a couple of birdies, and who knows what's going to happen. I think Saptak is on 13 or 14th. 14th is a par 5 here at Kalhaar Blues and Greens. With the wind the way it is today, it'd probably be playing into headwind for the 3rd shot. So not very easy to get on in 2.
Calculations, wind, just reconfirming with his caddy the last 3 rounds. Even with the practice rounds, they make their notes if the ball's there, where the pin position is, what club to use, what's my best option to make sure that I try and get a birdie, because at this stage of the round for Saptak, he'd definitely be eyeing a birdie just to try to make a little move on. Yeah, just trying to make sure what club to use. Maybe a lob wedge, sand wedge, or a 50-degree, just to try and understand how the ball's going to react when it hits that putting surface.
Absolutely. Going back to Dhruv, I see he's not had a great back 9. He started off very well with 2 birdies, and then now he's had bogeys on 6, 7, 10 and 12. This his 3rd shot, if I'm not mistaken. No, he's got a wood. This is his 2nd to 14. So beg your pardon, this is actually playing downwind. 14 is a reachable par 5. He has played it. That's not a very good position to be in for where the pin is, because it's going to be downhill all the way, and he's going to have to show his skills in the short game with the lob wedge. Saptak with his 2nd, also using a hybrid for his 2nd. So if 14 plays downwind, then 15, which is a very tricky par 4, Nikhil, plays into the wind, and that's not a very easy hole. A lot of people will drop a shot there.
Does he make a move early? 3 guys tied at 9 under. Important hybrid that was. Does he get an up and down from there?
This is definitely a better place to miss it. Though the OB is lurking on the left, so you really don't want to go down that.
That's hole number 17. Lovely little chip. Beautiful hands. Just reading the pace of the greens as well as also the line.
That was Vishesh Sharma who made that chip. Going back to Manu Gandas. That's the leader group, along with Dhruv Shoran and Saptak Talwar.
Avanpaji, for somebody who's played the game at the highest level, of course, the Asian Tour, and number of years of competitive rounds under you, how important is the mental aspect of the game?
Definitely mental, but they've played so much on the tour. Like Manu Gandas was Order of Merit winner on the DP World PGTI, and he spent a year in Europe. So they've become more experienced playing with the best players. It really helps them play when they go and play international. When in our good old days, we used to play Jeev, myself, Arjun Atwal, Jyoti Randhawa. We used to play a lot of international golf, and that helped us a lot mentally. That's Christoph for a par putt. He needs to make this to stay tied for the lead. drops a shot to go one behind. We have now Clement and Saptak in the lead.
Just got a sense with butterflies in the stomach. Two guys looking to go, looking for a birdie, last hole. It's something like in cricket, like a super over, where the runs are tied, and that's where you get a playoff as well in a golf tournament.
You see, that's when, the finesse, the feel, you saw the short game. It was a pretty easy chip and putt for Christoph. But because of the pressure in the hands, your grip changes, the pressure changes, the distance feeling changes. So that's really what happens. Manu Gandas, he's got it in the trap on 14.
One of the toughest shots from that distance. If it's in the bunker, that distance, 30 yard, 40 yard bunker shot.
You see how much he's choked down on that. And came down too heavy. See, not too happy. It's not the easiest shot, Nikhil. Even for the professionals, the best professionals. He got a little heavy. He had choked down a lot on the club. But different ways of playing that shot. You can open the club face, use the bounce, try to get it clean. I think he did try to get it clean. I don't know how the lie was, but it is always not the easiest of golf shots.
Yeah, from thinking about a birdie now, he needs an up and down to try and save that par. Jared Hack, 4 under. Just to remind everybody, won the first tournament this season opener at Naya Raipur.
That's beautifully done by Jared. Great save. Talking about the mental and the aspect. Jared was playing at Naya Raipur in Chhattisgarh Open, and I could be talking loudly. He couldn't hear it. And today we were doing the opening at the 10th hole tee shot, and a small clang around him disturbed him. So you can make out what the focus was, what was the level of concentration for all of these players. Manu Gandas not too happy with this approach. He's going to have to make that long 20-footer for a par. Vishesh Sharma to save his par. Vishesh currently at 4 under par. Good young fellow. That's Dhruv Shoran. Third shot on 14. Oh my God, I told you that was not going to be an easy shot. I mean, he had to land it there because he needed to get it close. And it's the difference between a foot and a half here and there. A foot further, Nikhil, would have been absolutely dead for him. So, I mean, that's when your mind starts to work. You want to get cute, you want to get sharp, you trust your skills, but the pressure that you feel in your hands is not the same as you would be without pressure. And that's the difference between a great golfer and somebody he's trying to become great. Let's go back to 17. Okay, let's go back to Saptak. His third on 14. This is a far easier shot, enough green to work with. I think he's in a position of strength. This should be a regulation up and down for Saptak.
Just trying to figure out the lie. How the ball's sitting up in the rough, or is it embedded? And then you decide your shot.
The important part is commitment. Once you decide your shot, you got to commit to it. I think he's played it beautifully. He's played it absolutely perfect. That's a great chip for Saptak. Sets up for his birdie to go into 10 under par. I think this is going to be an important putt for him. Christoph has made a bogey. Saptak, if he makes a birdie here, he would be going into 10 under par. And Clement has made a bogey on 17. Sorry, Christoph had made a bogey on 17.
It's an important chip coming up for Dhruv. Yeah, not too long ago, he was right up there in the top 3. Now he's 2 over. Needs this up and down. Just trusting the slope. Beautifully played. Lovely hands there for Dhruv. Judges it to perfection. Does Dhruv Shoran. Yeah, needed that up and down. Was looking to get that birdie, but that chip slightly short, getting caught up in the rough. Yeah, just looking up to the skies, knowing that was an important chip. He's looking to get a birdie, but nevertheless, that up and down will help him get a par. As I welcome Shaurya. Welcome back, Shaurya. Just very tense moments now. The last couple of holes to decide who's going to get their hands on the silverware.
Yeah, it indeed is. That's a colourful leaderboard. As we spoke about it in the morning, seems like the Frenchman, the Austrian and the Indian are all tight. So the 3 of them do walk in a bar. Let's see who comes out outstanding. That's going to be the call right now. Manu Gandas, having dropped his shot, it's imperative that he doesn't quite drop another one. So let's hope he makes this one. And he sure does. He's really good from that range of about 15 feet. But the one thing you'll notice is the hallmark of great putters is that they sort of accelerate. They don't decelerate the putter. So it ensures that you get a good hit each and every time. And I tell you, he's Iceman. He's really cool. Doesn't quite feel the pressure. He's got a zen-like stoic demeanor about him. And the good thing is he treats victory and defeat both with sort of equal respect. Doesn't get too perturbed. And that's one of the reasons that he's been a former #1. Very nice, genial young man. That he knows the game, knows his place in the history of the game, and really honors the game of golf. And I really enjoyed having him on our team in the league previously. He's one of the leaders of that, and had the ability to play alongside anyone. And of course, he's a great individual performer as well. And talking about great individual performers, this Saptak Talwar. I think this is a must-make putt. After we've seen the fireworks that have been on display by Clement and Christoph, Saptak doesn't want to be left out of the party. This looks like it's going to break from his right downhill, right to left. He's aligned a little to the right of the clubs, off the cups. It looks like he's got the line. Now it should break, and easy does it. So he moves into double digits, does Saptak Talwar. And hot on his heels is Clement and Christoph, alongside Veer Lawat, Karthik Singh, Manu Gandas, Dhruv Sharon. Dhruv, unfortunately, is not at the best of stretch. Last 7 holes. Stepan Danik coming to the party with a stylish 3 under par. Sivash Tamang, Vishesh Sharma, and Jared Hack. Dhruv Sharon with his par putt here at hole number 14, the par 5. Makes that monstrous par 5, 619. This course really requires you to belt the ball. Short game alone is not going to help you here, ladies and gentlemen. Nikhil, just have a look. You've played a lot of golf here. Look at the change in elevation, and the flag pin positions here. It's almost off the green. And so how important do you think for a player is to get your yardages correct? Otherwise, if you miss it, it goes on to these feed-off areas. And how difficult is it to try and make up and down from there? Please tell us from your experience.
Yeah, in my humble opinion, Shaurya, of course, the wind, you see the flag flying, the calculations makes a big difference as well. If the pin's front of the pin, then you're looking to make sure the ball's on the other side off the flag because there's hardly any room on the front edge of the green and the flag as well. So you're better off being on the other side of the flag. But sometimes if you are short, then because you barely have any sort of space, then you need to get creative. Then you need to get to play your speciality shots of your lob wedge out and the flop shots. So it's better to be slightly long, but on the dance floor. You want to be putting.
Absolutely. You want to be on the dance floor here. And the reason that the flag pin position is so far to the right, and that's the reason you've hardly seen any birdies. Brilliant pin position, though, I must say. And
you say, hey, then you have to lead us, no? That coming to Jared Hack, you have to lead us. Don't just keep saying stand by 5. Where is 5? What hole? You have to lead. Help Shaurya also, no? In the comp box.
now to Jared Hack on hole number 18. A precarious hole number 18. A lovely finishing hole. You have trouble all over off the tee. The second shot, the green. There's no respite here. The only respite is the beautiful clubhouse after it's all done. But he doesn't need a respite. Jared Hack, is that going to go in the hole? You know, I tried to build this up as a difficult hole, but maybe, what do I know? I'm not Jared Hack from the United States of America, all the way flying in from Florida.
Yeah, what a shot. It's one of those holes that you want to be left side of the pin because very nearly, if you're on the right side of the pin, sometimes with a little bit of backspin, the ball tends to just drip into the water as well. Yeah, just a read, probably feeling that the ball was going to go from left to right. Just surprised how the ball just continued going on straight, didn't turn.
Yeah, I suspected that it should break, so I'm not quite certain why it didn't, even if you see it from our vantage point. It did turn, but sometimes there's a twist in the tail. And, you know, coming back to Jared Hack, we had our CEO also speak a little bit about when it's not going your way, you often look at anything, you know, you clutch at straws. So, of course, today sometimes you're the hammer, sometimes you're the nail. So today we were the nail when we were presenting, but of course, that's all said in jest. He's a brilliant player. And here I'll look at Vishesh, the youngster, who was also a part of Charm in our champions in our team recently. So it seems like all of them are taking to this course as well. Really even-keeled youngster. Not the longest of hitters. A very medium length ball striker, but very proficient. Look at that. Look at that golf shot. Vishesh Sharma climbing up. He's even par. 4 under for the tournament. That's a brilliant finish. He's turned pro this year and he's already made all the cuts, I believe. And this one is going to be a nifty paycheck as we have a look at Karthik, the youngster. Maturity beyond his years, 16 years of age. Too young to drive a car, but good enough to drive that ball right in the heart of the hole for the youngster. And that's a proud father right there. The father-son moment. Back to hole number 18. And Christoph now, the Austrian. Now this is a very important shot from him. He finds himself one behind Saptak. So if he can just make a birdie here somehow, then I'd say he's in the driving seat because these finishing holes are not easy. That ball is out of view. And there it is. And that's a tricky putt. He's got that 25-footer, which is really slick. So he's got some work left for his par, I tell you. Now this is a confounding putt. It broke right to left at the end. So which way is going to break now? Well done. Safely in the heart of the hole. So Saptak at 10 under par has hole number 15, which is a tight hole, 451 yards. 16th is a difficult hole to par. So I'd say 15, 16, 17, we've seen that flag has hardly yielded any birdies. 18th, maybe a birdie hole with that flag if you hit a good tee shot. So if if Christoph is to somehow make this birdie and get to 10, I'd say he sort of has the advantage because Saptak would still have the tough holes to contend with, 15, 16, 17 with the flag there. So, but if Christoph is not able to make a birdie, I think Saptak can coast through with just make pars, as I say. Fairway green 2-putt and a hefty check and get back home happy.
It's one of those moments when you're inching closer to get your hands on the silverware, that how to keep your head really cool, calm, collected, just like Manoj there. Lovely putt there. Jared Hag. 18th hole. What a second shot that he had. Just like a tap-in birdie for Jared Hag. He'd be happy with that effort. Didn't have the best of days, but on the 18th, you hit it that close, tap-in birdie. You'll probably go back into the changing room with a smile.
Yes, and he has that fishing hat on. That I think that's a Florida special, is that fishing hat. It served him really well in this weather today, as I'm joined by my co-commentator, Mr. Rakesh Rao, and look at Christoph Blair with some work to be done here on hole number 18. Some of the others really coming through as well. You have Karthik Singh with the final hole to play. He's at 8 under par. If he can somehow get to 9, that would be quite something. Manu Gandas has a few holes to go. He's at 7 under par pretty much in this tournament. Just needs to make a few birdies. I think if Christoph can make 2 putts, he should be able to sit pretty and has an outside chance to get into a playoff if Saptak is to erroneously drop a shot coming in. But he's showed no such signs. He's played really well. Even yesterday was, if I remember, bogey free. So he was bogey free day 3. He's just made 1 bogey over the last almost 36 holes. In fact, 40 holes. The second last bogey was in the second round. So he's playing very consistently solid golf. Now Christoph knows the importance of this putt, and it's not an easy one. You can see the change in elevation. It's almost about 5 feet or so that he's putting downhill towards the water, and we've seen that it is not as fast. It can beguile you, this putt. It looks like it's slick, but it doesn't quite move right towards the last third that as much as expected. So it's not the easiest of 2 putts here for Christoph. He does have his work cut out, but the good thing is that he's taking his time. He understands that there's a little more to it than is visible to the eye, and that's young Vishesh. He's really impressed this week in at a tie for 9th position.
As you watch these visuals, Saptak Talwar has made a move, and he has birdied the par 5 14th to take the sole lead at 10 under for the tournament. And he's closely followed by the French duo. There you have it, the confirmation. Saptak right up there, 2 under for the day. And it is Clement who made that move with an eagle on the par 5 14th, whereas Christoph had 4 birdies over 5 holes to make a stupendous move to be 4 under for the day.
He's been here a while for this putt. It seems like no preparations enough for this one, and he has his sights set on this putt. The good thing is that he understands the importance of it, but I think at certain times you can overdo it, and it seems like he's a little out of character for him to take so much time on this one. Let's just hope all the preparation pays off for Christoph Blair. This is to tie the lead. He has started off really far to the left. He's taken so much time, and I'm thoroughly confused by what I'm just seeing. And I told you about this, that speed can be one thing, but I didn't quite expect the putt to be that offline. It seems that he has a similar length coming up from his first putt, and that's why it's so important to stick to your routine. I think he's one who always likes to get on with it, and here he really took an excessive amount of time understanding, maybe the situation, that how important it is. But he's done himself no favors there. He has that putt to try and make par. A difficult putt coming up, and you could see him move to 8 under par thanks to that putt. So now, but this is the intrigue and drama that the design. I also have to harken back to the beautiful design on this golf course, and that's what it can do to you. The water, the wind, the condition, and the green speed, they can play tricks on your mind. But the good thing is that Vishesh is going to show him the way.
Vishesh, who has had 2 birdies and a double bogey for a par round so far, looking to pick up a shot today. That's a birdie putt for him, as you can see on your screens.
Vishesh to end in style. It's going to be a stellar week, nevertheless. It's a fairly makeable putt for the youngster. Has he got it? Has he got it? Look at that. Look at that. What a beautiful performance by Vishesh Sharma. Take a bow, young man. What a week. Brilliant play by young Vishesh Sharma. Playing alongside Jared Hack and Christoph Blair. That putt by Vishesh has really helped Christoph. Now he'll be a lot more certain about the line that he needs to take on this putt. Yeah, ideally that he would not want to take as much time. He's seen the line, there's not much confusion. He's seen that it breaks from the right. And all things considered, I mean, it's not a really difficult putt, especially after he's seen Vishesh hold it from there. Just leave it maybe a cup outside to the right and let gravity take its course. Let's see if Christoph has been able to solve the Rubik's Cube on this putt. I tell you, this is definitely made for TV drama, this hole number 18. He's taking no prisoners at this point in time. Jared Hack, of course, has had the better of this hole today. Had his struggles on it yesterday. Now let's see if he's been able to lock it down. That looks good. That looks good. But snakes away right at the end. And that is rather unfortunate for Christoph to drop a shot here. And he would move to 8 under par, giving a little more breathing space to Sapsak, although he has to contend with the French resistance, Clément Saudet, with at 9 under par.
Christoph is having a tough time now. He's been on the green for a while now.
It's not done yet either. He's. I thought that was done and dusted for bogey, but seems he's put it about 3.5 feet by. You know, when he goes back and is able to see the telecast again, I think he'll learn a thing or two about his routine. He definitely realized that he's sort of gone out of his routine here, taking too much time, and that might be one of the reasons that. Of course, that was a difficult putt to start with, and that's a brilliant pin position by the tournament director. Anyways, damage is done, but maybe 8 under might still be good enough. You never know. For a young Christoph alongside Jared Hack and Vishesh. Vishesh was had a beautiful week.
I am chemistry. I am indispensable in your life. Indorama Ventures, producing indispensable chemistry that touches billions of lives every day.
पढ़ता है खेलता है झूलता उछलता है दौड़ता कभी कभी दौड़ कराता है आगे आगे बढ़ता है इंडिया अमूल दूध पीता है इंडिया
I'm sorry, sir. My mistake.
पर हम भी जिद्दी है मुश्किल खड़ी है खोले सीना सामने चट्टान है मेरी जिद का बोले पसीना चट्टानों के अंदर आसमान है जिद क्या पावाली जिद क्या पावाली जिद क्या पावाली जिद
Karthik. And that, I think it's a really good shot. 15 feet left of the flag. Conservative shot. You can see he wanted a little more from that. Manoj S, who is 3 over par for the day and 2 under par for the tournament. Not the kind of day that he would have envisioned, but maybe he can finish it off in style. And not quite certain where that is ended up for the youngster. Let's see, he'll probably have to get back to the drawing board. This final day has not been to his liking. Veer, the seasoned campaigner Veer Alawat, will be playing the Indian Open in 2 weeks' time, a tournament that he has tasted a lot of success, finished second year and a half, 2 years ago at the same event. Former number 1 on the DP World Professional Golf Tour of India. Now I'll look at hole number 17. And that appears to be the group of Clement Sorde, Arjun Prasad and Ariman Aditya Mohan, who is 2 over par for the day and 4 under for the tournament. And it's always that you have to earn your keep here on the Professional Golf Tour of India, powered by DP World, but this week more so. You're battling a very good track, measuring in well over 7,400 yards. You're battling the conditions. You're battling extremely slick greens. And of course, a very competitive international field.
That's Arjun for you. Ready for the second shot. There he is on the green, on 2, which is this is a par 4. So he's looking for he's just looking to complete back-to-back birdies here and to go up. And now here we are on the 18th now, with Manoj looking at his 3rd.
Now this is a very interesting shot. I'd like to see what kind of approach he employs. The players have said that the grass is really nice around the greens and the ball is sitting up nicely and you can generate spin. And this is one that he'll have to fly it all the way to the green. And this is where the exuberance of youth really does come into play. If you're a more experienced campaigner, you might just try and pitch it off and run it, but that's the percentage shot. But if you have to get it close, you'll have to generate some spin. And the only way to do that is keep the ball a little further ahead and let the club slide under. Don't turn over the wrist, use the bounce. It's a little daunting prospect, especially with the water behind. Let's see if he employs that shot. He has gone with the more prudent approach. he ran it up, and that's one of the reasons you've seen the ball really not getting that close to the flag. Still, all things considered, a really good shot. It's getting better as we speak. But it needs to sit down, and has that. I think that's just about stayed up. So that, coming back to my point that sometimes you have to take the shot on. Unfortunately for him, where he was lying, he played a good shot, but because the slope was so pronounced there and the ball didn't have the requisite spin, it didn't stay up. So the only way that he could have gotten it close is get under the ball, hit that a la Jared Hack sort of spinning shot, or what is colloquially called the thigh spinner these days. You'll have to generate spin, otherwise it's not going to stop. Very difficult shot from there. And I'd say that's one that even our viewers can practice. But it's not the easiest shot. It's a very difficult short game shot to use the bounce and be aggressive and still end up spinning the ball. So there's a lot of intrigue, action, drama here at hole number 18.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, here at least the only saving grace for him was that the water that the ball didn't travel long enough to be in that water hazard. I think he still has a shot from there, but he has clearly messed it up seriously, because the ball traveled right across the green there, and there he's trying to come back with a recovery, and there he doesn't put enough power behind that one, and the ball rolls back to where it was probably.
This is really unfortunate. Now he's gone from the frying pan to the fire, and it's only getting worse. It's so this is almost sometimes in golf. What I've realized over from my years is you can't quite escape it. Sometimes you just have to take it on the chin. If there's a difficult shot, you have to play the daring shot, because the safer approach doesn't quite do it. You can see there's a steep embankment here. You have to generate that spin, and the one coming back, because sometimes you're stuck in the past. I'm sure young Manoj would be thinking about that third shot while hitting the fourth, and that's why he was not able to execute that well. And that can happen. Of course, he's young. He learned the tricks of the trade, but it's also a masterful pin position. You have to say that a golf course can change totally by the kind of pin position that he put. And that's great that the tour is really testing all the players. And not quite certain what has happened. I think what has happened, he's hit the chip and it is rolled back in the water. So that is extremely unfortunate. So now he'll be playing 5. So he played his third. His fourth is gone in the water. He'll be playing 6, in fact. Third over the green, fourth back in the water. He'll be playing his 6th shot. So tells you that it can really unravel in the blink of an eye here at the Kalhaar Blues and Greens Golf Club. So, he'll learn a thing or two from that. One thing you do know that there are no hiding spots in this golf course. You just have to take it on. This pin position, masterful. As we see, Veer also hit a very similar putt to the one that Christoph did, although a lot better. It's getting better, but still about 7 feet left. So I think what's happening, the players can't start the ball as far right as they would want to. Otherwise, the slope would catch it and it will actually go off the green, something similar. So it's not that they're misreading it, but because the slope is so pronounced and the shoulder which feeds the ball is so steep that they're having to choose the lesser of two evils.
Would you say the enhanced, the speed of the greens on this day has something to do with the way the ball rolled right across the green?
It's a good chip, so I think that's going to be a 7 for the young man. Yes, and especially as you get towards the end of proceedings, the final few groups, the green has been baked by the heat, the wind, the grass has settled down. It's 4 days of golf, rather 5 days of golf that's been played over it, and you see that it becomes really slick. And then you have a pin which is almost on a little bit of a ledge with the shoulder guarding it, so it doesn't make it easy. Karthik, though, would be feeling nice that he's still with a makeable birdie putt and has hit a stellar shot to be here. But again, needs to guard against that speed.
Karthik is looking for his second successive birdie there. There he lets it roll and let gravity take over and the slope.
You know, this hole is turning out to be really difficult now. I thought that was a brilliant second shot, and he's a great putter. So the spin, there's no margin for error. That was such a nice shot, and once the ball gathers pace, you can't really do anything. Maybe that might be one of the occasions he could maybe be really adventurous, use a chipping, hit a chip off the green, maybe try and generate some spin. But you're not going to be able to think of that from 15 feet. He could have gone with a lob wedge, maybe just hit a little spinning one. As we go back to Arjun Prasad on hole number 17, just about missed that birdie putt. Yeah, that looked good all the way, but unfortunately not dropping in. Arjun Prasad would remain at 5 under. Now this is it's going to be some food for thought for the dynamic duo father and son. But the great thing is they're building some great memories together, all things considered. He's as a fine young man, as his protege, his son, doing so well, maturity beyond his years, getting to enjoy the sport of golf, and of course accumulating name, fame, and wealth. What else do you want from life?
Well said, Shaurya. And here we see another youngster. Yeah, there's a par putt for Aryan. There he puts it, Aryan gets it. Karthik looking at his par putt. This has been a very tricky green for most of the golfers on this day.
I look for Karthik to make this because he's seen the line and he'll know that it's a little outside right and can be aggressive. And unfortunately, know that this green takes another victim. I think from all the players, this feels a little unfortunate, especially after that brilliant second shot. He was placed 15 feet left. It's all the flag that has kind of done them in. And Karthik would unfortunately move back to 7 under. He's not going to be happy about that at all. He would have wanted to finish at 8 under and give himself an opportunity. As I think 8 under would be the leader in the clubhouse, which currently Christoph Blair is. Now we saw Veer putting from a similar place that undid the Austrian. He would have had a front seat to that while he was waiting for a second shot in the fairway. So let's see if he's learned a thing or two. Even Karthik's putt would have aided him. Oh yes, that's a brilliant putt. Great 2-putt by Veer, allow it to remain at 7 under par. You know what it means to him. A happy camper indeed. Customary handshakes after the round, and you like to see that a senior really egging on a youngster, patting his back and telling that it's all right, we'll have another day. A look at the top 10 scores now. We are back with the group, with the leader group. Manu Gandas has unfortunately, we've just gotten an update on 15. He's been waylaid by a triple bogey 7, a bogey on 13 and a triple bogey. So it seems that his watch has come to an end. With 3 holes to go, he finds himself 6 shots behind, and as it stands, I don't think that he's going to be winning the tournament, but can still come back and make a few birdies, finish well. That's what this course can do to you. You'll see that scorecards are littered with big numbers. It's that kind of a course. It's just so unforgiving and doesn't give you a quarter. Now Manugandas will have this putt for what appears to be a birdie on hole number 16. That's a stellar shot to get it till here on this trying hole with the flag. 9 from right, 18 from the front. Shows you that his head is in the right place, and that's what you want. Even after a big number, he's been able to come back with a brilliant shot. So that's how you become a number 1 champion, is that you got to be able to handle adversity. It's not going to be smooth sailing always. This putt should break to his left. Oh, he was not happy with that right from the get-go.
Manu's ordeal just about continues after that triple bogey 7, and this time it was a makeable birdie which he missed. So there's Dhruv, who's had a tough day today. Dhruv will be looking to add a birdie, which he has. I'm sorry, this is his par putt there. So he's been still searching for his 3rd birdie of the day, and he's been at it for a while now.
He's 6 under par. So if he can make this putt and birdie the last 2 holes and get to 8 under par somehow, then he still is in with a mathematical chance. But yes, the back 9 has not been kind to Dhruv. That almost walked that in, but turning away towards the end. He can wait there for about 10 seconds and maybe let gravity do its part and take that ball in the hole. We've seen that happen in golf. And I think the clock might be running out on that ball falling in the hole. Yeah, anything for that to go in the hole, but I think the time is done now. Even if it falls in the hole, I think it won't be counted after this point because 10 is up. But he's calling the referee. It's I think he can't quite do anything now. He has to take that stroke and just put that in because the ball has stayed out, and that's rather unfortunate. Even though it was hanging over the edge, you can't quite do anything there. You just have to take it on the chin and move on, as they say. So another drop shot for Dhruv, and this has not turned out the way that he would have expected. He's made 5 bogeys now over the last 9 holes. Saptak should be able to make his par here and remain to clear. A cool customer with a lot of experience on the Asian Tour, the Hotel Planet Tour. Has also played a few events on the DP World Tour. Very strong player is Saptak. Had the opportunity to sit with him post round, and seems really relaxed, and I think that's a telling sign. No case of nerves for Mr. Talwar. Yeah, well done. So he has 2 holes to go with the 2-shot lead. At this point in time, it looks like it's his tournament, and he just needs to coast through, make it.
I am chemistry. I am indispensable in your life. Indorama Ventures, producing indispensable chemistry that touches billions of lives every day.
Delivering golf anywhere you can imagine. That's smart logistics to a T.
sorry, sir. My mistake.
पर हम भी जिद्दी है।
मुश्किल खड़ी है, खोले सीना, सामने एक चट्टान है, मेरी जिद का बोले पसीना, चट्टानों के अंदर आसमान है। जिद है, जिद क्या बावाली, जिद है, जिद क्या बावाली, जिद है, जिद क्या बावाली, जिद।
That the back nine has really taken its toll on a lot of players, a lot of aspirants. And here he is looking for, and of course this is Arjun for you. Arjun also had his share of heartbreak on this day. He started off well, and back nine we saw him drop 4 shots over 3 holes in succession, and then he picked up 1 with a birdie on the 16th. So here he's looking to finish off the final hole by being on the green in 2. There he is on the dance floor. Green in regulation, all right, but he has still left himself the lot, so it could well be a safe par for him, but it'll take a very long first putt.
Also heard about Amul, one of the tour partners, powering PGTI Surge's tour partner Amul, which is India's largest food brand and the 8th largest dairy company globally. Definitely need a lot of Amul today. Ghee, butter to power yourself up through this weather. And Campa, because what the Campa does, it powers your Zid. And you need to be a little adamant if you are to win the Indorama Ventures Open Golf Championship 2026. Campa, the spark behind every Zid. Some of the tour partners, and of course our umbrella partner DP World, delivering logistics across the world. An impeccable company with associations with all big sport. Now coming out of the rough, need to ensure that it pitches right, otherwise can really run over the green from here. He's done a really good job. Fine young man in with a stellar shot. Should be able to make his par. The amount of swing speed that he has was able to put a lot of compression on that ball. Even coming from the rough, that ball barely rolled about a yard now. Clement, this is a tough one. That seems to be a gnarly lie. Will need all that burly strength. And that, ladies and gentlemen, that shot is going to be what nightmares are made of. So Clement Sode will really have his work cut out if he is to make par. We saw that Manoj was on the short stuff from there. He found it so difficult. Coming out from the rough to that flag is extremely difficult. Get it anywhere about 15 feet left. I think that would be the play. Just keep it short and left and give himself an opportunity for par.
Following that shot, Christophe Blair, if he's sitting in the clubhouse, he'll have a smile on his face, because at this point in time, they both share the second spot at 8 under. And should Clement not get his par here on the 18th, that'll leave Christophe with the sole position of the second spot. So there you have it for you. Christophe has finished his round, finished his tournament at 8 under. And there you see young Aryaman.
You know, the players don't really play for money. It's about honor, pride and glory. But as I always say, a few greenbacks here and there never hurts. A heavy pocket helps to have a better, makes it easier to swing the club. And I tell you, at this point in time, second position is $33,000, and that equates to roughly close to 30 lakh. And third position is about 19 lakh Indian. So Christoph and Clement, they're tied, but if Christoph, rather if Clement is not able to secure par, that would mean that Christoph ends up with a lot more currency in his pocket. That's also that we're assuming that Saptak goes on to win the tournament. So, there's a precipitous fall after the first few positions. The winner takes 16%, second position 11, then 7, 6, 5, 4. So the bulk of the prize fund goes to the top 6, 7 positions.
Clemo is clearly a worried man here. He's taking his time.
Yeah, he's really put himself in a sticky spot after that shot. It's going to require some wizardry to try and make par from here. It's now we back at hole 17, having a look at Dhruv Sharon. Let's see if he can make a birdie here. It's been a trying couple of holes, and that's a good shot. Really well done. Erring on the side of caution. Flag high, 15, about 17 feet. Really well done by Dhruv here on the penultimate hole. And as I say, it's never too late to start a good thing. If you're joining us even now, we'd like to welcome you to the Indorama Ventures Open Golf Championship 2026. On your screens is Manu Gandas. We are live from Kalhaar Blues and Greens Golf Club in Ahmedabad. Manu Gandas hitting a second shot. I expect this to be right at the flag. He's not going to be playing it safe. Yes, exactly. Going towards the short end of the green where there's hardly any space, but it shows you that, he made that triple, he's made a par, he wants to make a birdie, and hence has attacked this almost inaccessible flag. Really well done there by Manu Gandas.
Following that shot, of course, Mandas has given himself an opportunity to pick up a shot there. And now we are back on the 18th with Clement trying to salvage whatever that he possibly can.
I think he's already hit a shot. Not quite certain if that is his third. It seems, appears that this might be his fourth shot actually. And that needs to stop. As you'll see now, it'll gather speed and it's going to turn to the right, and it can get away from you. Now it'll turn, and it has stayed up. So he will have that for bogey. It appears that is definitely going to be the end of it as far as trying to win the tournament is concerned. But that's what can happen here. If you win it, miss it on the wrong side, it's very difficult. And I think if he has to choose the lesser of the evils, from there the ball could have easily gone in the water. So not much choice either way. Very strongly built Clement Saudet. Now this part, we've seen so many players miss it on the lower side left. We did see Veer. Now the problem is the apex towards the right. You ideally need to aim it well towards the right hand side, but then it'll gather speed with the slope and it's going to be hurtling towards the water. So you can't quite do that. So you have to sort of play it almost like chess. You have to plan for your par putt here. You can't quite go for the birdie. You will have to play maybe 4 or 5 feet left and hope that you make that for a par. I don't see any way that you can really challenge this hole for birdie. Very difficult pin position. It's going to start at left. Now hope that it dies down here, and from here it has to break to the right. So I'll have to say that This pin position is it's good. Of course, it's a trying pin position, but it's almost bordering on extremely difficult, because if you're hitting a good shot, even then you can't quite go for it. There's only one quadrant. You're on the front right, where we saw Arim, and from there you can actually go for it, but otherwise you can't really go for birdie. Or you're like Jared Hack, just get it done. And Saptak here on hole number 17. A touch of class by Saptak. I think that's the first time that he's been tested on the back nine, and he's answered the clarion call. Now this is a place where you can actually try and go for this putt and not worry about three putting. The front right quadrant is, possibly there are 4 quadrants on a green, so this is the only one that is from where you can actually try and challenge for a birdie and not worry too much about the one coming back. So brilliant pin position, but extremely difficult, not for the faint of heart. Ariman now. This should settle down. So he'll should be able to make that putt for his par, but it shows you that the considerable slope that is there now. Dhruv Sharon on hole number 17. Maybe this one finally goes his way. But as they say, when it's not your day, it just doesn't go your way. And almost a little bit of a rhyme there, but he would have that 3.5 footer for par.
Looking at the way hole number 18 has played today, with Christopher, who is currently tied to this, he's tied second, and Karthik, who's tied third. Both of them have dropped a shot on the 18th, and you have to then give credit to people like Subhash Tamang, Jared Hack, then even Stefan Danek. And there you see another missed putt there. He's in danger of a double bogey here. And coming back to the testing 18th today. So all those people, including Vishesh, who's got a birdie on this hole. So give a lot of credit. And there is Manu on the 17th there.
The 18th has seen quite a few double bogeys, triples as well, and 2 triples, lots of double bogeys. So it's not just the yardage, it's the way that this hole is designed, challenging off the tee. The second shot is really challenging, then you have a difficult green to contend with. Let's see if Manu is able to make it, and he has a beautiful putt by Manu Gandas, and that's how you bounce back after a few bad holes. School customer knows that it's not done till it's done. So he would move up. Manu Gandas would move to 5 under par. And Arjun, unfortunately, this pin position is really taking no prisoners this hole. Very difficult. And he drops a shot as well here on 18, does Arjun Prasad. I think I thought that shot was good, the putt was good. It's just sometimes you just got to take your medicine and move on. And now Saptak can just bogey the 18th and still win the tournament. So it's this is a position that you want to be in. Of course, he'd still be looking to make birdie. Ariman was definitely the pick of the litter as far as second shots on this 18th was concerned. Now he has this 3.5, 4 footer for par. Maybe just about right edge and firm at the right edge. If you don't give it the requisite speed, it can miss on the lower side, as we've seen quite a few players do. And this really that is unfortunate for the young man, and another victim on hole number 18.
So true. We saw the ball lipping the cup and staying out.
Cool customer. Makes his par. I like his even-keeled disposition. Doesn't get flustered. And that's one of the reasons that he's leading this tournament. And the tournament in question is the Indorama Ventures Open Golf Championship 2026, being brought to you from Kalhaar Blues and Greens Golf Club. It's a momentous occasion for Indian golf, offering the highest prize fund in Gujarat ever, and one of the highest this season. 2.7 CR. Wealth of talent on display. We have international Christophe Blair in second position. Clément Sordet from France. Jared Hack, the American Floridian golfer. Stepan Danek from Czechia. Dhruv Sharon from India. Subhash Thamang. Karthik Singh. Veer Alawat. Ariman Aditya Mohan. You have Christopher Ram Per Langfors from Sweden. Jamal Hussain. Joshua Greenville Wood, the prodigious ball striker based out of the UAE, is one of the longest hitters in the world. We haven't quite had an opportunity to see him, but really the earth shakes when he hits a driver. We have Pierre Pinot, the Frenchman, who's going along well today, but unfortunately unraveled towards the end of his round and finds himself even par for the week. Albert Boneta, Espanyol. Bastien Amat, another Frenchman. The French resistance is in full display. They have done their country proud. Maxence Gibaudot, my apologies. His names are a little difficult to pronounce. He's at 5 over par. Himmat Singh Rai, the Indian. Yuvraj Singh. Yuvraj Sandhu at 18th position, 2 under par. The reigning #1 player. 7-time champion the previous year. Pedigreed to say the least, and now cutting his teeth on the DP World Tour in Europe. Manu Gandas on the final hole of a birdie, and what appears to be going with the rescue. Safety first approach, but he has a lot of firepower, can get that rescue to about 260 yards, so ideal club. Lower down you have Cullen Joshi. You have Kushal Singh, Marimuthu R, MD Akbar Hussain, Taiga Tanaka, all the way from Japan, the land of the rising sun. He's at 11 over par. And Matthias Schwab, also from Austria. A truly international leaderboard. And a truly international player is Dhruv Sharon. Ball striking ability equal to anyone in the world. Going with a rescue, but not the day that he would have wanted. Right in the heart of the fairway. Let's see if he can make birdie here. It's not gone his way this round, but maybe can finish in style.
What we see now is the finishing hole of the tournament, and Saptak is sitting there. You see him on your screen. He's at -10, and 2 of his playing partners are on -5. So he has a 5-stroke cushion over his playing partners, and that also means that with a 2-shot cushion over the second placed Christophe Blair, he can just stay cool. Even a bogey should ensure that he walks away with the winner's trophy, but he, I'm sure, is not focusing on any of those. He's just trying to finish a job that he intends doing well, and of course he's done so well, and he's just played it safely on the fairway. This is a par 4, and 2 on should do the job for him.
Yeah, couldn't have placed it better. Right in the heart of the fairway. Saptak has done everything correct. He's displayed absolute class down the stretch.
He was 2 under after the first 8, dropped a shot on the 9th, but on the back 9 he's been absolutely flawless. Picked up a shot on the par 5 14th, which was his 3rd birdie on a par 5 on this day. And thereafter he has just parred 3 holes and now looking to finish with a safe, even a par helps, even a bogey helps. That's the way he has played, because those who are following him, that is Christoph, who finished with -8, Karthik, who finished at -9, sharing the third spot with Veer Ehlawat. Now these two, Christoph and Karthik, dropped a shot on the 18th. So that that also leaves Saptak with that added cushion. So all he has to do is to just not lose his cool. He doesn't have to do too much. Just play percentage golf and he should be done for the week.
Saptak Talwar has been most impressive, and this victory would do quite a bit for Saptak. Move him up the order of merit. As a final group walking down hole number 18. Beautiful 18th. Has been the site of so many battles, and yet again is at the forefront of another historic tournament. They're like legionnaires. In fact, the French legionnaires have been in display, and even the Austrian, but it has been the Indian Lancer who's stood atop at this point in time. He's 2 shots clear of Christophe Blair.
And here you are. Saptak, a word about him. He'll be, should he complete the job, it'll be his second title here. The first one being the Adani Invitational last year. And if you look at his international experience, he made the cut in the final stages of the DP World qualifying school late in 2024. He has played on the PGA Tour of Canada, that is in 21-22 season. He's recorded his 6th place finish on the Asian Tour in the 2024 Mandiri Indonesia Open. And currently he's 13th on the Order of Merit, the PGTI Order of Merit. And that impending victory, I think, should do him a world of good.
And now this is important, the conversation that he's having with his caddy. And I like this because the caddy is meticulously prepared. He's got the numbers dialed in. And what they're discussing, they know that this is a perilous spin, and it's never done till it's really over. As they say that, until the, the slightly overweight lady sings. The other word would be politically not too correct in these days. So it's not quite over while she sings. So you got to make sure that you keep the tones under control. There's a look at Saptak's round today. He's played really well as Saptak. Now this is perfect territory where he can play about, I'd say about 7 or 8 yards left and maybe a little short of the flag. You don't want to go beyond it. We've seen that from there. It's a difficult 2-putt. Or maybe he can just throw the rules book out and just do a Jared hack and get at this flag. So ladies and gentlemen, Saptak Talwar underway. His final shot of the fairway on hole number 18 while he leads this tournament by 2 shots. And he's done really well. And as I thought, he's played it left a little short. Now that'll feed back. That's getting better as we speak. This is gathering speed, ladies and gentlemen. This is moving towards the flag. And from here, it's going to work its way around. It's going to get back now. And that is an absolute beauty. Shows you that he's been able to use the contours of the green. And that's what the designer, Jack Nicklaus, would be proud of that golf shot. This has been a duel in the sun. He has staved off challenges from Christoph, Veer, Karthik, Clement, Subhash, Jared, Manu, Stepan, Dhruv, and the list goes on and on.
Sure, yeah, I think that particular second shot should define what separated him this week from the rest of the gang. What a shot it was. And that leaves him with a 2-putt. Even 3 would do to win the title, but I'm sure he's not going to take any chances there. I mean, he's just going to play it safe From where he is, it should be a little easier. Had it been anywhere different, maybe to the left of the green, the flag, it would have been difficult. There's Manu, Gandas.
It'll be interesting to note if he can finish in a flurry with 2 birdies. And he's also played it left. So, these players are experienced campaigners. They know that you don't want to be flirting with this flag. It's a little alluring, but you get there and you walk away with a 5. So you've got to take your medicine here and play a little to the left. Now, Dhruv Sharon, I know, knowing him, he'd be itching to make a birdie. He's not happy the way that he's played on this back 9 and the first few holes. But that's the margins are so fine. He's been swinging it well. I just think some of the breaks didn't quite go his way for young Dhruv. Longest off the tee. Probably has some sort of a wedge coming in on this hole. It's placed to 420. He would have hit that rescue good about 280. Maybe 285. So 140 odd yards, 135 maybe for Dhruv. Really flighting that up. I look for this to be at the flag. He's not going to be playing it safe right now. And right at the flag, right on cue. And maybe he can make birdie on this hole and make amends. He's not happy. He wanted to win this tournament, but he can take the positives. He's always there knocking on the door. And you see that smile crack through. He's happy for his buddy. And that's what you like to see. Bonhomie, camaraderie, and friendship. At the end, that's what sport is about, is supporting each other. Saptak is going to make history here by winning the Indorama Ventures Open Golf Championship. Probably one of the strongest fields ever recorded on the DP World Professional Golf Tour of India. A deep, strong field. And he looks poised to conquer it all.
So here we are.
Delivering golf anywhere you can imagine. That's smart logistics to a T.
I am chemistry. I am indispensable in your life. Indorama Ventures, producing indispensable chemistry that touches billions of lives every day.
पढ़ता है खेलता है झूलता उछलता है दौड़ता कभी कभी दौड़ कराता है आगे आगे बढ़ता है इंडिया अमूल दूध पीता है इंडिया.
And the week following that, it'll be the famous DLF Golf and Country Club in Gurgaon, which will play host to a $2.55 million Hero Indian Open. So a nice way to warm up for the bigger events ahead. And Saptak is looking pretty solid to finish the job which he started so well.
Saptak poised for a handsome check, a lot of world ranking points. That's going to help him prop up and get his ranking way up from 839, apparently, that it is right now. It's going to really help him. He's an international golfer, and all those points are going to count for a lot. He's also going to walk away, ladies and gentlemen, with a mind-boggling $48,000. Wealth is going to go to the right pocket for the young man. He's a deserving champion. He's going to turn out to be 43 lakh and 20,000 in Indian money. And of course, there are some big events coming up, and it's going to be great for his ranking as well on the order of merit. Saptak Talwar, ladies and gentlemen. Now We have Manu Gandas. Saptak Talwar currently 44th position. He's only played one event and he's really going to leapfrog everyone else. And I think he's actually going to end up in first position. Unless Jared Hack, maybe we'll do the math, but I think he's going to move to number 1 on the order of merit. So this tournament is going to do a lot for Saptak. Manu Gandas, this putt now is going to gather speed. This is almost impossible, this putt, I'll tell you. Maybe just use the lob wedge. It needs to stay. It needs to stay. This can't be happening. This is just getting out of control. Oh no, this is a Shakespearean nightmare. I can't quite believe my eyes, but I really feel for him. This is probably one of the most devilish flag pin positions and that I've seen in recent memory. Unfortunately for this man, that he's playing the 18th when the wind has been up, the sun is really blaring and scorching the earth, and the scorched earth has resulted in our number 1 player unfortunately putting that ball into the water. I'm certain that he's never quite done that before, and he knew the conditions, but it's almost impossible from where he was putting. I think this is where ingenuity comes into play. Maybe even though they're so good, some of them could have taken out the lob wedge and tried to spin it even while they were on the green.
Yeah, Shaurya, but Manu has had a struggle on this hole all this week. He actually bogeyed the hole on day 1. He bogeyed the hole again on day 3. So this hole hasn't been kind to him.
They've also shaved off the edges. It's penal as it is, but there's no room for error now, the way it's set up. And you see, while he's trying to place the ball doesn't stay either. It's very difficult. You have to find a flat place where the ball actually stays, and that's not an easy task either. So it's, as they say, it's the longest yard. I remember, was it Robert De Niro who said it's a game of inches, or was it... don't quite remember who was the actor, but it was a game of inches, as he said, and this, of course, is the same. It was Al Pacino. So yeah, this is the longest yard, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, it's the DP World Professional Golf Tour of India. Nothing is ever easy here. Not the pars, not the birdies. The players earn each and every shot. And of course, this is Manu Gandas, a champion golfer. The 18th has gotten the better of him today. And see his approach. Now he's hit that past. He's going to use that slope. This is what I say is a cerebral golfer. It's getting better. Maybe it goes in the hole. And look at that. I'd like to congratulate him on that brilliant shot. And ingenuity at its best, using the slope, making it go forward and then come back. So he'll have that to make his bogey.
Absolutely. I mean, from where he was to where he is, all in a matter of one shot, I think it was simply brilliant. He really did a good job there. And there's Dhruv. I hope he leaves it short.
Slight correction. That would be for his double bogey. My apologies.
So there is Dhruv. I just hope he doesn't give it much power, knowing what some of the guys have experienced. But from where he is, it appears to be not such a bad position to be in. There he rolls it gently. The line is good.
And it's been that sort of day.
Goes past, because I think, again, today, let's just remind our viewers that the green speed is pegged at 11.2, which is the fastest for the week. No wonder the ball is traveling a little faster today. The players have struggled to read the pace, read the line, of course, but then the very nature of this hole, the way it has been designed, very up and down, and with that water hazard waiting to make its presence felt. So there's a lot of things happening at the moment, and there's your champion and a guy, champion in waiting, so to say. He's there to just finish the job. Let's see how he does it.
I wouldn't have thought that Manu's ball would have ended up in the drink, but that's one hungry hazard, I'll tell you. It's the Loch Ness Monster here at 18, but somebody who's been able to tame it is Saptak Talwar. Maybe he can win with a 3-shot margin. He's already been brilliant. Maybe he can add to that stellar performance. What a player he's been. Judged it to perfection the entire week. Execution impeccable. And he's been stoic. Nothing has perturbed him. And that putt underway. Just about missing that. You can see the Kalhaar blues and greens reflected in his shades. There's a shade of blue, there's a shade of green. And now Dhruv. Now the thing about this golf course, because the greens are rolling so fast, the lightning fast greens, even if you miss a putt and if you baby it as well, you still have like a 3-4 footer coming back. And we've seen a lot of players miss it on the lower side. Dhruv wants to make sure that he gets the line right and ends at 5 under par. He'd be in for a tie for 6th position. That would be not good enough for world ranking points, as those are rewarded to the top 5 players. But nevertheless, he'll walk away with a good amount of money for 6th position. That would be close to $15,000, 13.5 lakh. But I'm sure, given his prodigious talent, he's not going to be happy at all with the way he's performed. But he has another big week coming up next week and the week after that. So, well done. Good putt by Dhruv Sharon. And the stylish youngster ends the week at 5 under par. The man from Gurugram couldn't quite win the tournament, but of course, he'll be here and challenging again. And now Manu Gandas, really this back nine has not been kind to Manu. With a bogey on 13, a triple bogey 7 that really put paid to his challenge rather. And now what appears to be a double bogey, he'd move to 3 under par, and that would be a tie for 13th position alongside Amardeep Malik, Christopher, Ram and Per, Langfors, Brijesh Kumar and Aryaman Aditya Mohan. So he ends this week on a disappointing note. Played so well, but just a few errors coming down the stretch, and a few lessons as well, which he can utilize for the week after this. Dhruv Sharon and Manu in an embrace. Competitors on the course, but friends off it. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment that we waited for has finally arrived. You'll have your champion golfer for the Indorama Ventures Open Golf Championship 2026 at Kalhaar Blues and Greens and Golf Club. A picture of consistency, poise and class. That, ladies and gentlemen, is Saptak Talwar, your champion golfer. He decimates the field, wins by 2 shots, and only dropped 1 shot over the last 44 holes. And we are all for him. What a player. And look at that. He has truly been stellar this week. Winning golfer this week, the champion, Saptak Talwar, with rounds of 68, 71, 69, and 70. He has blown away the field and takes home the check this week.
And there you are, the champion, soaking it all in. Just imagine winning and winning in style. And one particular feature of his play all this week remains that we all talk about how difficult the back nine is on this course. And Saptak all this week has dropped just 1 shot in 4 visits to the back nine of this course. And he has birdied as many as 7 times. So it shows how consistent he has been on the tougher part of the course. And I think that made him the champion here. The decisive difference has been his play on the back nine. And credit to this youngster. He's been this 26-year-old who's been playing so well all week and a deserving champion with a score of 10 under, which is 1 under than what we saw last year. And last year we had a playoff at this stage, but this time Saptak ensured that there was no such thing. He just stayed away from the challenge. So it's Saptak 1 at 10 under, Christoph Blair 2nd at 8 under, followed by Karthik and Veer Elavat sharing the 3rd spot at 7 under. And the top 5 is completed by Clement Sode, who finished at 6 under. So there you have it for you. It is Saptak, the champion, as he makes his way to submit his score.
And ladies and gentlemen, we would implore you to stay with us as we head to the prize ceremony. We'll also bring you some of the highlights of the day and a week that has been the first of many. There's been trials and tribulations, a lot of heartbreak, a lot of balls in the water hazard and some out of bounds as well, but that's what it takes. It has been a championship with a lot of intrigue and trying conditions, but perfect golf course, and this is the winning moment. All the years of hard work culminating into this one very moment, which he will remember and savor for years to come. What a sight. Your friends dousing you in water. You need to cool off. 10 under par, buddy. They're saying you've done the job, now you can relax. And hasn't he done it well? We had a great week here. So many international golfers, and it's good to see the Bonhomie. That's Chikka Rangappa. Man who appreciates good play. Arjun Prasad, Kalin Joshi, all the golfers right there in that moment.
Everybody seems to be so happy for the champion. All the friends coming together, and I'm sure it'll be a long celebration. And there's that drone shot which we have seen all week. This looks so gorgeous. It just gives you an idea that this is a course which you wouldn't like to miss. First available opportunity, be here. And here we are with the shots of the day, shots of day 4, and some really amazing approach shots. Just watch that ball roll closer to the pin. And today the greens were the fastest, as we already mentioned, and for players to stay on the green, pitching it right, and gaining maximum benefit. That all shows that how you keep your cool, you stick to your basics, and don't get overawed by the occasion. There's Manu Gandas, that beautiful birdie, one long green.
This was the shot of the day thus far on 18, which has taken a lot of victims. In one way that you control your fortunes is that you don't need to putt on hole number 18. Actually, that is the remit that a lot of players missed, is that the way to avoid the green is just get it so close to the hole that you don't need to worry about it. This also an absolute beauty by young Vishesh. The best finish for the youngster. A solid top 10 for young Vishesh. He'll walk away with a handsome check. 10th position will be good enough for $6,600, which equates to roughly almost 6 lakh Indian rupees. So that is one rich youngster, both for the experience and for the prize money. And lower down, we also have quite a few good rounds while we have a look at the highlights of the day. Amardeep Malik, 4 under par. Albert Bonetta, 2 under.
So there you have the highlights of the day.
Very crucial putt to make, and he's holed it. Birdie putt for him.
Yeah, the leader group has taken the turn, and just before the turn, it was Saptak who dropped a shot and saw his lead getting reduced by 1. He was leading by 2 after 10 under. Now he finds himself at -9.
There you have it, Indorama Ventures, our title sponsor for the week. And he's found the green too. He's probably a little closer to the pin than Saptak. That's not a bad shot from the bunker. Gives himself a chance to make that birdie.
There he gets his birdie. Nice roll there. Cleans it up for a par. A disappointing par there for sure.
He's going the wrong way though. He's dropped a few shots as Dhruv. 3 shots over the last 5 holes. He's been really rock solid with these putts. And the week after that, we of course have the big one in March, the Hero Indian Open 2026.
As we see the replay of that shot where he misses the green and just goes into the water there, it appears to be the one that it has he'll either will have to take a drop.
Is Manu. It's looking good. It's looking good. And that's an absolute beauty by Manu Gandas. Capitalizing on that drive, making a birdie. Well done. It's a good week for the young lad.
Beautifully done, beautifully done. You know, it was so important to get the pace. This is Jared Hack. That's beautifully done by Jared. Great save.
He sure does. He's really good from that range of about 15 feet. Easy does it. So he moves into double digits, does Saptak Talwar. There's no respite here. The only respite is the beautiful clubhouse after it's all done. But he doesn't need a respite. Jared Hack, is that going to go in the hole? No, I tried to build this up as a difficult hole, but maybe, what do I know? I'm not Jared Hack from the United States.
So that's Manu. That was a nice drain by Manu, as you see there. He's been looking good, but then he just messed up on the back nine a little bit, following that treacherous double bogey. His second of the week on the same hole. So there's Saptak for you. the eventual champion. And here is the joint leader with him, Dhruv. But Dhruv suddenly lost his way. It's Jared Hack for you. He's had a terrific shot game as we've seen, but this was one approach, I think clearly the approach shot of the day that we saw. It just leaves him with less than 2 feet from the flag on a difficult 18th, because we've seen that 18th really tested a lot of players today. Today it was very important for the golfers to remember that the green speed was a little faster. So, and there, see, that's a beauty. Read the line well, stroked his putt very well with his father right there, congratulating him for a great finish. So a lot of young aspirants on the course these days, and it's great to see 16-year-olds getting into the professional side of it and exhibiting their skill sets. Finish for another youngster as we speak. So a lot of craft we saw this week, because this particular course designed by the great Jack Nicklaus, and which says this, trademark of his design remains the hazards around the green, and that's why the approach shots on these courses become so important. Not just your short game, but your judgment of your shots, your drives in particular. So, see there he finds the pitching area of his shot so right. And that has been the key, because if you don't get it right on this 18th where we saw this now, because it has such a steep slope on one side that if you don't land on that green in the right area, then you are asking for trouble. So there's Arjun, and this just stops so agonizingly close to the flag there. This was like, it was almost like he's missed a shot here, and which he clearly did. Leaves himself with a tap in. Now, when you pick up the ball after such a tap in, I mean, you know that you could have done now just a wee bit better, because you did almost everything right except to put the ball in the cup. So there, the ball wobbles just that little bit, kisses the lip of the cup more than once before finding the heart of the cup. So there's Manu for you. He's had a very up and down sort of a day. Missed some good ones, hit some great shots, had some good birdies as well. This has been a tough day for Dhruv, the joint overnight leader. And here he waited for the mandatory 10 seconds because he's just waiting whether the ball falls. In fact, he waited longer than the stipulated time, but of course then he had to tap it in. So this is another view of our champion. So there's Arjun here. This I thought was a great shot, great approach. This is another youngster, Arman. Here you see the length of that stroke was just right, maybe just a little bit of direction is what it lacked. As we were saying, this 15 feet long putts was something that he's been gaining. See, this is the second time we see Arjun missing it from close quarters, and here the youngster misses it as the ball lips the cup, stays out. Karthik on the par 3. say on this day, in fact, right through the week, I think our camera persons have done a fantastic job. It's not easy to catch the flight of the ball. And here it is one shot that stays on the green. Again, very well captured through the flight. And that's what makes golf such a watchable sport, such a good television-friendly sport. If you have the right people behind the camera. There it gains speed, rolls, keeps rolling. And there it finds the slope just off the green. And now this is where it just rolls further, gains speed, and finds itself in the nearest water hazard. This was really a heartbreaker for Manu. And this was a good recovery, I must say. Leaves himself with a makeable putt there. Dhruv. Again, he's had so many close misses, and this happens to be one among them. So that's how Dhruv finished. Started the day in the joint lead, but then the rest of the day, after taking the lead after his first hole birdie, lost it by the 6th hole, and then all he had to do was to chase. And there is the champion after finishing the job, congratulated by his caddy. And there he gets drained with water, and there comes one of the sponsors, the camper, drink, and there he gets soaked even more. He wouldn't mind that at all. That's Saptak for you.
We welcome you to the prize presentation ceremony of the DP World PGTI's Indorama Ventures Open Golf Championship 2026. There was a strong international presence this week with several players from Europe participating in the tournament. The beautiful Kalhaar Blues and Greens once again produced a thrilling final. The cut went at 4 over 148. The tournament featured outstanding performances by the likes of Rashid Khan, Jared Hack, Brajesh Kumar, Saptak Talwar, Dhruv Sharon, Manu Gandas, Aryaman, Aditya Mohan, Christophe Blair, Karthik Singh, Veer Alawat, and Clément Sordet, to name a few. And as usual, at the end, we have the most deserving champion. I would now like to invite the following dignitaries for the prize distribution. Mr. Stuart Kelly, please, Global Head of Corporate Communications, Indorama Ventures. Mr. Devang Shah, MD, Navratna Group. Mr. Nikhil Chopra, former Indian cricketer and avid golfer. Mr. Amandeep Dhol, CEO, PGTI. Welcome, gentlemen. I would now like to request Mr. Amandeep to please present the plaques on behalf of PGTI as tokens of appreciation. I request Mr. Stuart Kelly, Global Head of Corporate Communications, Indorama Ventures, to kindly receive the plaque on behalf of Mr. Alok Loya, Founder and CEO, Indorama Ventures. Our next plaque going to Mr. Devang Shah, MD, Navratna Group. Thank you so much. We wouldn't be able to do this without your support and this beautiful, beautiful golf course. And now, Mr. Amandeep, I would like you to address the gathering.
Thank you, Valusha. You know, from your voice, I can make out how excited and happy and ecstatic you are since you've been here at Kalhaar Blues and Greens. I think every professional in this room and whoever's played in this entire week, thank you very much, Devang, for putting up. I think your green superintendent has done a fantastic job. This golf course was set up for the Hotel Planner Tour, the Challenge Tour. Unfortunately, not many players from the Challenge Tour could come, but I think we did get a few who have come and enjoyed this golf course this week. I spoke to many of them, and they really had a good time. I think this is truly international, and thank you very much. Thank you, Stuart. Thank you, Indorama Ventures. I think your support has made it, we were able to bring it to the Hotel Planner Tour. It was last year the highest prize money event, which was 2 crores, and this year, very gladly, Mr. Alok Lohia bumped it up to $300,000. A big round of applause to Indorama Ventures. To all my sponsors who keep supporting me, DP World, I think since you have come, we have elevated every tournament, the experiences for every tournament. Thank you, DP World. And all of my tour partners. Axis Bank has joined us as a banking partner. A big round of applause for Axis Bank. Thank you very much. To Campa, Victorious Choice, and my usual tour partners, thank you very much. Without your support, this wouldn't be possible that we would elevate the DP World PGTI Tour to this standard as we are playing today. Saptak, you have shown that you compete at the highest level. You have played at the Hotel Planner Tour last year, and now winning it this week, this was fantastic. You had how many bogeys this week? 3? 4 bogeys. That shows it all. That is the strength out of 72 holes to have 4 bogeys. This is really exceptional golf. It's not an easy golf course. As Nikhil saw it. The 18th hole is the most treacherous par 4, I think, in the entire country. Definitely. A big thank you to the media. They came in great numbers. Thank you all very much. I think we've got great support from the media. And without you guys, we can't make heroes out of players. These players are as good as any cricketers who won the World Cup 2 weeks ago. I promise you, they are able to, and thank you very much for all your support. I think it gives us the eyeballs for all the corporates who are going to watch my best players perform at such a great level. Thank you very much. Thank you, and see you all in Classic next week. He's laughing.
Just very quickly wanted to add, since Paji mentioned the World Cup 2 weeks ago, thanks to this man, Saptak, you won absolutely fantastic. Congratulations. But the 18th hole to finish is something like Jasprit Bumrah bowling the last over, and you're trying to hit a 6.
Indeed. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Amandeep. Can I please request Mr. Stuart Kelly to say a few words?
So I hope we're all nice and warm after a full day, or nearly a full day out in the sun. I mirrored that on Wednesday at the Pro-Am, and I think I got a lot more than 4 bogeys, that's for sure. So just a few people to thank, because I think I echo your words, Amandeep, pretty much, so I'll keep mine nice and short. The first, obviously, is my friends at the PGTI, and we have become very good friends, haven't we? Because this is our 2nd year of being a very proud sponsor of this tournament indeed. And I'm pretty sure there'll be more years to come as well. So well done to you and your team.
A big round of applause to that,
yes,
for sure.
Yes, and I'll propose something in due course. Obviously, the venue, Kalhaar Blue and Greens, as I said, I played on Wednesday with you. It's absolutely fabulous. I haven't played many games, but certainly the best course I've ever played on. And yes, indeed. And what I'm hearing from the players is they would echo that too. They've all said it's a challenging, tough course, and I'm very glad that Indorama Ventures is part of that, because we're a pretty challenging, tough company as well. So you certainly match the core values on that score. and also the players and all the participants that go into making this tournament fantastic. This is the first pro tournament I've ever attended. If it's anything like this, I'll be going to a lot more, hopefully with our sponsorship name on it. In particular, those players who have come from overseas, a very special thank you for that. I know it's been... Thank you. A very challenging last few weeks geopolitically, I know. So really, I think that was a very special effort from those of you who did. The local players too, I hope you've all enjoyed it. I hope you all had a challenging few days. And all of those involved in what makes this tournament such a success. You know, we've got Rakesh over there on the media. We've got people that have come up to me through the week. You've all been very, very kind. You've all been absolutely superb at everything you do, and I've been enormously impressed. And for sure, I will be going back on the flight tonight back to Thailand with nothing but tributes and good things to say about you to Mr. Alokla here, who obviously is the prime sponsor of this. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Stuart. And we cannot end this without having a few words from you, Mr. Devang.
First of all, thank you so very much, PGTI, Indorama Ventures, you know, all the players, everybody to come down to Ahmedabad and play on this golf course. We found out maybe 2 months back that it's going to be a hotel planner tour tournament, and we started preparing for it. And I think I give a lot of credit to my superintendent, the maintenance staff. They've done a fantastic job maintaining the course to this level while the normal play was on. So, which is very important that we did not stop the golf course for our members, and we continued playing it, and we'll still made sure that the course plays well. My F&B staff, I think you guys have done a fantastic job. I have been hearing good things about the food that the players and all others have enjoyed here. So again, I'm very, very happy. Next year, we will prepare it even better. And I really want to thank MP, you know, because the way he set up the golf course, the pin positions and everything, you know, it's just amazing. Makes this course play truly for a challenge tour event, you know. And I look forward to having all of you back again very, very soon. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Devang. And I speak here on behalf of everyone. I'm pretty sure we all are in agreement. We are looking forward to coming back. Well, we had the media putting contest, and to give away the prize, I'd like Mr. Nikhil Chopra to do the honors. The media putting contest, and the winner is Mr. Jaykush Siani. Congratulations. Well, we move on to the tournament prizes, and I would request Mr. Stuart Kelly and Mr. Devang Shah to kindly jointly present the runner-up prize to professional in second place, Christoph Blair, all the way from Austria, scores 69, 70, 72, and 69, 8 under, 280. And he gets a check for prize money of 33,000 USD. Congratulations. All right. Can I have Mr. Nikhil Chopra back on stage, please? I would love for Mr. Stuart and Devang along with Nikhil, to jointly present the winning professional, Saptak Talwar, with scores of 68, 71, 69 and 70, 10 under 278. This is his second win as a professional. And the winner is presented with a trophy and a winner's check worth 48,000 USD. Congratulations and very well done. All right, and now it's time for the customary speech.
Shall we give it to him right there? It's okay. You can be here.
Do you want me to hold that for you?
Sure, thank you. Firstly, I have to thank Indorama Ventures. I wasn't able to make the trip last year for the inaugural event, but I'm happy to be here. It's been quite fruitful, the first one. Mr. Devang Shah, your golf course is unbelievable. It's extremely stressful. I think everybody can vouch for that. But it's a hell of a test, and we're happy to be done, but we want to be back. Yes. We want to be back. The DP World PGTI, thank you to DP World for coming on board this year. All the rest of the tour partners. My personal sponsor, Player Development Index, and all the other competitors. It was a hell of a battle. I'm happy to be done, though. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And well done. It was, not only is it a stressful course, I was stressed out looking at you guys there. It was tough, but well done. All right, just a couple of people to thank. Thank you so much, gentlemen. It was a fantastic afternoon. And I just have a couple of people to thank, and you can take your seats while I do the thanking. Like to thank title sponsor Indorama Ventures, Kalhaar Blues and Greens, host venue, Mr. Sunny Singh, GM, Kalhaar Blues and Greens, Mr. Ranjit for the golf course, Mr. Gagan for F&B, Mr. Sanjeev for room service, Mr. Santosh and his golf operations team, all players, all referees and officials, the media for supporting this event through the week and coming out with large numbers here today. Umbrella partner, DP World. Tour partners, Amul, Victorious Choice, Axis Bank, Camper, Amrutanjan Electro Plus, Golf Plus Monthly, Golf Digest India. Thank you to Waves OTT for their outstanding live telecast of the event. It's time to say goodbye to our online and TV audiences and the players. We look forward to seeing you at the DP World PGTI Open next week at the Classic Golf and Country Club in New Delhi, NCR. Thank you. Over and out.
And there you have the shot of the day, the Amul. This is, let's have a close look at it, the Amul shot of the day. There you see how beautifully it rolls, and just look at the ball curling in, and it shows how this youngster had actually nailed it. Wonderfully done, Nishesh. So that was the shot of the day. Well, there have been a lot of shots, and to pick one, I think our producers have done a great job. And there you see how the leaderboard looks like this week. Saptak Talwar, once he took the lead on day 2, he shared it on a couple of occasions, lost it very briefly on the first hole. And that's about it. As you see, it was Saptak who stayed clear of the competition. 2 shots off the Austrian Christoph there. Karthik, the youngster, making his presence felt right up there, sharing the 3rd spot with Veer Lavat. So this is how it looks like, and this is time for a wrap from the Indorama Ventures Open Golf Championship, which was the first dollar event on the PGTI season in 2026. So here we are saying goodbye from the picturesque Kalhaar blues and greens as you take one last look at the drone one. And that's my turn to say goodbye to all. Have a wonderful week ahead. Thank you so much.